Hello. How you doing?
Are you Mr. Cook?
Yeah.
My name's Susan. I'm with Franklin County Children's Services. Do you have a moment?
Yeah, sure. What's over here?
Oh, it smells good in there.
What
What you making? Chicken?
No, made a Swiss burger.
Oh, it smells good. Anyways, my name is Susan. I'm with Children's Services, like I already said. I needed to come out and talk to you guys. We got a report yesterday that Nathan hasn't been in school this year yet.
They don't have a nurse for him. You want to see the emails?
Is he still going to Sedalia Elementary? Am I saying it right?
I don't know where he's going because he's supposed to go to Sedalia, but now they're saying he's going to Asbury, and they don't have a nurse till September the 10th.
How do you spell that? Asbury.
Asbury.
Asbury Elementary. What grade is he in?
I guess third. Sorry, I don't know. He's never really
Was he in
went to school. He's never really actually went to school.
Okay.
I think, just a vague opinion, I don't know. Maybe new leadership, something happened. Now they're starting to act like they care. Maybe some laws changed. Because the first 3 years, which was in the last year, they didn't seem like they really cared. They did call CPS last year. Went through this whole thing last year as well.
I saw that.
Sure you know. And,
yeah, I saw it.
It's going to end up in the same results.
So last year he went to Sedalia.
For 10 days, yes.
For 10 days?
For 10
That's
days,
it?
That's it.
Why?
Because they didn't have a nurse, because they keep wanting to argue, they keep lying. And then they keep calling you guys.
So what did he do for school then?
He was homeschooled.
Okay. So you were homeschooling him.
But they failed to report that. We don't have to ask permission to homeschool by law, which I don't want to get into right now.
No, you're fine. But I think you have to, there are...
Notify the superintendent?
It's something like that.
Yeah.
And I don't know a lot about the rules for homeschooling.
They don't do anything back. I asked for an IE, which is an independent examination for the IEP. They don't do anything back. They don't send the letters. So whenever I inform the superintendent, he's supposed to inform me within 14 days that he got the letter. It ain't to accept or deny because they can't do that. We have the choice.
Because he's on an IEP, right?
Yeah. And I think that's why they push for the homeschooling too. They're really trying to push for that because, they don't have to do anything with his IEP at that point.
Oh, if he's homeschooled.
Yeah. So they gave us like 3 options. You can either take the John Peterman, which may or may not cover everything, and John Peterman don't have to do the IEP like the schools do. They don't have to follow the same law schools do. Public schools. Okay. The second option was home instruction, which we tried to do. They told CPS, which what was it? Whoever Megan
Burnett.
Yes, she works
Megan.
for
The other part of y'all.
Oh, she's with NIAP.
Advocate.
NIAP. Is it NIAP?
Yes, it's not. I just don't know. I like the
National Youth
Advocacy Program.
Yes.
Yeah, she's with them, and they told her last year, said, we will do the home instruction. We agreed to it, and we get to court. And CPS says that was never agreed upon.
Now, with home instruction, is that where he actually has a teacher, or they're
supposed to come out, but what happened was they didn't do it. They told us on the phone. They called Megan first. I record everything. I'm recording right now.
You're fine.
And, well, I'll have a law last week too.
No, you're fine.
So I'm not real paying. Anyway, I have all my emails. Not worried at all. Anyway, so I told Megan last year in the courts last year. Sorry, I lost my train of thought. There's a lot going on. What's going on? The home instruction.
Something about home instruction.
Okay, so they called Megan. They being Jamie Angelini. Sorry, every year it's a new person, and they just move people around.
Okay. Now, where you say where are you talking about?
The schools. So Jamie Angelini, which was her first year of being a special education person. Before that was Misty Boyd.
Okay.
Now this year she's over in the preschool building, so they move them around. It makes it hard for everyone to keep up.
Sure.
That's my opinion. Why do you take a job and the next year you're something totally different? Makes no sense. Anyway, because I'm not going to sit here and get caught my pants down. I'm not going to sit here and not fight back. My son ain't going to be took out of here without fighting. So, that's not going to happen. Anyway, anyhow, Jamie Angelini, which is the special director of education from last year, says apparently to Megan, that we'll be willing to meet them in the middle and do home instruction.
Okay.
So you know what? Since you're going to offer some sort of real solution, we'll agree to it.
Okay.
And they don't do it. They tell the courts and CPS. So it's kind of hard because like I thought CPS and National Youth was one and the same pretty much because they're employed from you guys.
Yeah, well, they're not employed through us. They just, because we're so overloaded with cases,
Right.
they take a certain amount of our cases. It's some kind of contracted thing between Children's Service, FCCS, and NIAP. So they take a certain amount of our cases a year to kind of take some off our hands, but they do the same thing that we do.
Right.
So,
that's what we're talking there because I found all this out last year, like after, because I'm not gonna lie to you, like, I'm not a fan of CPS and never have been. Even last year, there was things that wasn't honest, but they didn't know I was recording. So they said, like last year, you probably read this. They come to my door, knocked on the door. I said, "You can't come in and don't come back without authority."
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't nothing like that. Mm-hmm. But the courts heard it anyway. So based on false testimony, stuff like that, they was able to, not testimony, but you know what I'm trying to say. You can't fake stuff and take it to court. The courts had never heard the case.
Right.
It's crazy that they heard that case. So, you know, just wanted to get back on that.
But your case wasn't open very long, right?
It was open like 6 months to the courts. Yeah.
Yeah, we went
And
to
in the
like
courtroom, they said the gal, everybody but CPS couldn't admit that the school was the problem. The gal didn't even come out here.
So did
this year? Sorry, I'm trying to get back to this year.
no. Did I know I'm trying to go back. Did representatives from the school ever go to court?
No. We was only looking to court.
No. That's my issue too. They're not sitting there defending themselves. I got to defend myself against CPS, against juvenile court, but my accusers are not there. It makes no sense. Which I know, like civil cases are different because it's what instead of a benefit, or however they word it, it's less. You got less evidence.
Right.
But so that's where they get the parents at. This is crazy that you're here. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy that you're here. Whenever I have emails that says he can't start no matter what till September the 10th.
Okay.
Even if he was going to go to school, but they won't.
So you have emails from Sedalia Elementary,
Yes.
or
Yeah,
is
yeah.
it from like the
from the
district
the
or
district,
whatever?
Yes.
The district
You want to grab your
office.
phone? I don't want to stop this.
So they sent you something that says that he can't start until September 10th
Yes.
because they won't have a nurse for him.
Multiple times, and I know it's not nice. I'm not going to I don't have to contact him. I'm not going to contact him. My job is to contact the superintendent, which I did. I sent him a letter. I already told him what's homeschooling this year.
Okay.
But they want to hire a nurse. We'll go try to meet her. Here's our problem again from last year. And CPS did nothing about this. I'm kind of glad you're here. So that's why I put him back out of school last year. On the 8th or 9th day of him going, they took the trach come out because he has a trach.
Right.
And they put it back in. They didn't wash it. They didn't
Sterilize
it.
it.
Was very dangerous what they did.
And do they know what they're supposed to do?
The registered nurse that said she knows what to do, but she didn't know what to do.
Okay, so it was the nurse.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So
Okay.
she listened to what the teacher told her, and what the teacher saw was on a Zoom call because they couldn't even come into the room. It's been 3 years. This is my point. It's been 3 years, and you guys couldn't give me an hour of your time to get him a real education. Because I know I'm not doing a great job here educating, right? So you couldn't give me an hour of everyone come in for 1 hour. So I got 3 or 4 people on a Zoom. I got 3 or 4 people sitting in the meeting. You know what I mean? Like you would be able to see and hear and understand that here was the deal too. He is safe for at least an hour with it out.
Oh.
They were supposed to call me. This is all. I got recordings of all this. They were supposed to call me whenever it come out and agree to it. In fact, I've emailed that too from Lauren King, principal of Sedalia. So I'm going like 100 miles an hour because there's a lot. Anyway,
It sounds like it. You're fine. You're fine.
And then they don't.
You're
call
losing me a little bit every now and then, but you're fine.
Right, I know because I'm trying to. This is
Well, that's a lot to tell.
Right.
Yeah.
And there's nothing I can do besides file a lawsuit. And I don't know what else to do. Is this the one?
Mhm.
Okay, so in paragraph 3, Nathan the nurse is set to start November 10th, 2005.
Well-
Or November, excuse me, September 10th, 2005.
Nathan's nurse is set to start on September 10th, 2025.
So
And who is that exactly?
that is the new
Amanda?
special director of education.
Amanda.
Yes. So I'll let you ask questions because I'm
New.
probably just gonna keep losing you. I'm not gonna lie.
You know what? It's a lot. I get it. And it sounds like you guys have been through a lot with this.
Oh yeah. Been trying for
Um,
3 years to get him
I
in
just
school.
wish there was
Here's the
someone-
4th year.
Well, because I was upset too about that. I'm like, so you're telling me CPS, that is Child Protective Services, is not going to make sure this child's protected to go to school? In my opinion, you guys should make sure he's safe to go to school too, not just be out here badgering me. That's the truth. I'm just being honest with you.
No, please.
I don't have no way to get them in trouble again besides filing a lawsuit.
So why do you feel he's not safe to go to school?
Because we can't see the
What do
nurse
you
do
mean
their
by
job.
that?
Because we can't see the nurse do their job. But we was agreed upon too with Megan that we're
Okay.
going to be able to see the nurse take the trach out, put the gloves on, all the stuff you need to do, and put it back in safely and correctly.
So is that something that has to be done on a regular basis, or when
That's
you
whenever
say
he
you
takes
can't
it out.
see it?
When he takes his trach out,
Someone has to put it back
put
in.
it back in because he can't put it back in himself.
Right. Oh, so
So-
does he have a habit of taking it out,
No,
or is
that's
it
why it's
something he
told
does
him.
periodically?
Just something when he
Just randomly, he'll just take it out.
Right.
Okay.
So it's
So
not
your
even-
concern is they're not adequately putting it back in.
And it's not just my concern. They've already proved it like through 5 or 6 different nurses. One nurse tried to put it in upside down.
And how do you know that?
it was right here in my house.
It's right here in the house. Man.
It was right here in my living
Before,
room.
okay, so here,
So there was a nurse from school here?
No, she was from a company that the nurse was hiring, that the school was hiring for him to go to school.
Thank God.
yes, Misha, what?
What? All right,
Okay.
just stay waiting for a minute.
CPS. So
Yeah.
you're all right.
Hi.
No biggie. He's used to it.
Oh.
The last one when they lived down there with their grandfather,
Mhm.
the last worker ignored a girl getting stabbed in the home and didn't do nothing about it. Yeah, got all that on record too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I got all that on record. Yeah. Sure
That's the
did.
reason we're with us now.
Yeah, that's how they come back. Because I told the judge about it. And I showed him the evidence. He's like, so, sometimes they fail. That's all I can say on the record is sometimes agencies fail.
So, okay, so that's why your daughter's not on here.
Yeah.
Because she was living with her grandparents?
No, she's been for like 5 years. That was 5 years ago.
Yeah,
She's on here from last year because I'm just gonna not say that. Because technically,
Yeah, I don't
That's
see
his
her
mom.
on here.
by law, if they really want to get down to nitty gritty,
Yeah.
single mom is automatically mother in Ohio. So really, I have no rights. So they're not really fighting me as much as they are her. But I know she don't understand a lot of that stuff. It's hard for me to keep up with the laws and stuff like that. But I try to educate myself on because attorneys don't do nothing either. Maybe they're overwhelmed, maybe not, but they should still try to help fight.
Yeah.
I feel like if I would have sat back and let my attorney do nothing last year, that's what I would have done.
But Nathan's your son.
Yeah, yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes,
Biologically.
yes.
Yes.
Yeah,
But
okay.
I law
okay.
because I didn't sign the affidavit of paternity. I signed the birth certificate, but I didn't sign the affidavit of paternity.
Oh,
Because we're not married.
right.
So child support they can take out child support on me, but I can't legally have
Right.
rights.
Because we're not married.
Now, if you go by
But can you do that now? Or is it, sign the affidavit? Or is there really no point in doing it at this
to
point?
me, there's no point outside of this, like protecting the laws and stuff like that. But I think you have like 30 days. It's something silly. And he was in the hospital for 6 months when he was born, so I wasn't worried about that. You know what I
Right.
mean? Wasn't
Sure.
something- I didn't even think about it.
Right.
So,
Right. So is your daughter, is she the only
I
child
don't
other
answer
than
those-
Nathan that lives here?
I don't answer those questions. I'm sorry.
She has nothing to do with this, so we're not having no questions for her.
I'll answer anything you want me to know about Nathan, but I'm not.
Yeah.
Without court order, I can't.
No, you're
Okay.
fine. You're fine.
I'm trying to be
Um,
respectful as possible.
No,
I don't respect CPS at all. I'm sorry.
you are fine.
Okay.
Come on, don't hold it against me. I'm nice.
I'm not. But look what happened to us last year, and here we are in Franklin County. And you guys
Again.
can't even protect.
So
You can't make sure he's protected.
how So what happened at the end of your case? How did your case? Because I just got this
False
morning,
allegations and they got
so
dropped.
I read a little bit. I did read the kind of the last report, why it came in. I knew that it was transferred to NIAP for services, but so how did it end up closing?
The CPS, my understanding is they dropped charges. CPS dropped charges, my understanding.
So they dismissed their complaint.
Yes.
They're not charges per se, but so they dismissed their complaint.
Right.
So did something change? Did something happen?
Well,
Was he going to school? Because it was the same thing, right? Truancy?
Yeah. But what changed was I got another lawyer because I told the judge, I said, evidently I'm not able to process the evidence correctly. Because I gave him flash drives, and the woman at the court's office says, yes, those will be put through to the court for your case. So she gets hers because I got to serve her too. And it's cut open in the flash drive. So I'm like, so now you're tampering with evidence? That was literally my evidence. I didn't want to tamper with it. Dude, this was a crazy case. The State Bar Association knows some of it. I've been so busy trying to teach him and be dad and run the house. And she's here too. We're both here to do it. It's still rough. So I don't have time to follow law. Try to file lawsuits against CPS, against judges. You know what I mean?
You got to remember.
What?
We're the middleman.
Well, I know.
We don't go out searching people out.
You guys have
reports come to us.
You guys have some immunity. I understand that, but you're not listening to what I'm saying. You guys, again, last year, not you, your agency didn't do anything when I told you his rape was put in wrong. If he dies, there will be lawsuits because you guys won't keep hiring harassing us.
So what?
I'm not trying to be threatening. I'm just being.
Oh no, you're fine.
Because he already.
I'm just thinking. So what would you expect CPS to do about the trach issue? Because that was really the
make sure the nurse knows her job.
The school, but we didn't have anything to do with the nurse, right? That was the school that hired the nurse, right?
Yeah, but whenever you guys are out here today, like now, why are you here? For the child, right?
Yeah, because he's not going to school.
Well, he is here.
He's here at home doing school.
So he's being homeschooled now.
Yeah, he got homeschooled.
Now, have you told?
I wrote him a letter. Whether they mailed me one back or not, they didn't.
And you told them that he was being homeschooled.
I mailed them a letter to the school.
Or that's what I mean. Yeah, you mailed them a letter. Okay, so but you didn't get any response.
No.
How long ago did you mail that?
It was before school started. I think it was July 28th because she said that she tried to contact us. She being Amanda.
Yeah, there's mention in here that there have been attempts to contact you.
I knew you guys were going to come because the last one she said something like, it was cute. It was something like, we're concerned for his safety, his mental, physical, and emotional safety. They don't care. That was cute. But I knew that. I'm trying to get them to respond, and I don't want them an explanation. I just don't. I sent my thing to Grub. He was supposed to send something back. He didn't. He had 14 days to do so. I have the proof. Every time I mail out something, I'll go to it tomorrow, and I'll drop it off to the district by hand, and I'll record it, I guess, or before the 10th. So what do you want to do? Do you want to let him go ahead and go and see what the nurse is going to be like? Because I'm thinking this way till September 10th.
That was my next question. So do you intend on sending him when they said a nurse is supposed to?
I was going to, but, now that this again, I don't understand why you're here whenever he can't even go to school till September 10th. I mean, you just seen the email. You just seen the email, correct?
I did.
Okay. Well, I'm just trying to make sure I get everything correct on the record because this is.
Yeah, and I wrote that down because I am curious about that.
I just don't understand.
If there's no nurse for him there. Now, there's also mentioned that at school, he gets occupational therapy, speech therapy, and physical therapy. Does he get all of those things at school? Is he supposed to and he's not?
We know. We don't see nothing. We don't see it.
But do they have meetings with you? I mean, surely it would be in his IEP, right? And are those things discussed?
They have meetings and they do discuss a lot of things. Like for one, let them see the nurse and see the actions, and then it doesn't happen. They were supposed to do the home instruction. It didn't. They do things, and it doesn't happen. And I think it's just like last year's a by time because they don't have no true evidence against us. They really don't. I mean, I know it looks like it. Well, yeah, I'm here. He's not going to school, but I have all the evidence that says I already did everything I was supposed to do because they didn't send me back a letter acknowledging that I did send that to me. I don't know what they want me to do about that. I can't force Grub to
And
follow the
remind
law.
me again, who did you send that letter
Superintendent Grub.
to? Okay. That
Jamie Grub, that's the superintendent.
I'm gonna write that
At
down.
the beginning of the year. And then they started emailing me about having a nurse, and that's when we started talking about maybe just letting go.
Jamie Grubb, and he's the superintendent.
Yes. I believe they received it July 28th. And the reason I say that is because
And that was a letter.
she called me and said, or she left the email saying that Mr. Smathers tried to get a hold of me, which I can't stand that guy, on the 28th, which wasn't true. He tried to get a hold of me on the 4th of August, and we just didn't talk because the thing is, I think they should be responsible for his education that we had to pay for because they sent him home 4 little folders 3 years ago. We've had to buy all of his educational equipment. And they won't reimburse the money because we don't have a receipt for every single thing we got. It's just, I don't know.
So has he ever actually been in school a full year? No, right?
No.
Not in this district. He wasn't in school in Western Ohio.
Yeah.
Oh, he was.
Yeah,
Preschool.
and we thought moving up here would be great for him. Be a bigger district, more people that have nursing skills. And it's been nothing short of a nightmare. I wish I never bought this house. Because of school. I wish I never bought this house. Well, I didn't buy it. It's his home. So I wish I never purchased this for him. It's crazy.
Well,
Which I try to explain too, because I don't want someone to say, well, you're too, because I am very overprotective of him. I get that. I don't want them to say, well, we're going to take him because of you. He owns the home. It's not my home.
interesting.
Yeah.
Can a
Yeah.
minor own a home?
He owns that vehicle too.
How's that work?
Technically, it's through a trust. So
Okay.
there is some red tape there. Yeah,
Okay.
it is. So.
Okay.
Basically, if I ever bit back too hard or fought too much, that would be an option. And I also let his attorneys know, because he has attorneys too up top of the money, stuff like that. I just don't want to get him involved because it's $600 an hour. They're expensive attorneys.
Wow.
Yeah. But
Now-
this is
now,
getting crazy.
Does he, aside from school, aside from the nursing from school, does he have any other regular medical care? Someone that checks on him, like a
No.
nurse from Nationwide
No.
or something like that? So he doesn't need any of that. Then.
No. No.
Okay.
All he needs, basically, what I try to explain to them, to make it short and sweet, if they just leave us alone, and we get him to leave alone too, right? Because sometimes he will pull it out.
Yeah.
But sometimes he pulls out because it seems like there's something wrong, like he keep yawning, and it's like something stuck in his throat. So maybe it's aggravating or something.
Right.
Pull it out. But
Okay.
it's no need to panic.
Right.
I mean, I even followed him last year. I know it's not a big deal, but I told him I was going to. I followed him from here to the school, one school bus, so they didn't panic.
Mhm.
And everyone feels safe, because they're making a big deal out of it, and it doesn't have to be. This doesn't have to be a big deal, but they're making it a big deal.
Well, and I mean, obviously, that's something that nurses should.
And we did have Children's Hospital more involved, like the social workers part of it, stuff like that.
Mhm.
But it seemed like when it come time for them to defend us and stop defending the school, because again, they seem like there was middlemen. But
Mhm.
there comes a certain time where you got to pick a side. You can't stay neutral forever. And every time, like you guys, it always ends up against the parents. Nobody cared last year when they promised to have the nurse show us that they know what they're doing. And if she doesn't know, we could teach her what to do. It's not hard to do.
So all you were asking was for the nurse to
ahead.
show you that she knew how to put it back in if you
Mhm.
took it out.
That's it.
That's it.
Just one time. You just wanted to see that she
Yeah.
could do it.
Because
Yeah.
that's all you gotta do is one time. It's so easy. It's like riding a bike. You know?
Okay,
Yeah.
and
They couldn't do that.
and they couldn't do that?
No, it was a power thing because like whenever we finally went in the first couple times they was hiring someone called Maximum Healthcare. Maximum Healthcare years ago. This spins back like me and Smathers.
Mhm.
This was before the superintendent. He was a principal, and we had words. I just got my kids back. He called me over something I did fatherly or something. You don't know why you're calling me?
Hmm.
But you have my daughter after school? So So I got a little mouthy with him. He got a little mouthy back. And since then, my life's been hell. Because he has the power to do it, and I don't. I got emails where he won't even respond to me for anything I do. So why do I'm not responding? Anyway, I lose myself all the time. Sorry. Where was I going?
You're
About
fine.
the Smathers and
No. Just ask something, and I was going
I'm
somewhere.
sorry, I forgot to. What did I ask you?
something
About the
about
nurse.
about
We
the
were
nurse.
talking
Okay,
about
so Maximum,
them show.
Yeah.
Yes, you
Maximum
said.
Healthcare
yeah.
was the one that's supposed to provide a one-on-one nurse. Years ago, whenever I was talking about a different lawsuit for my son, they heard that, and the woman literally took off running with his documents out of my home. Literally took off running. Okay, so
The person from Maxim?
Yes, the nurse that was coming in the home.
Yeah.
Because back then, when Nathan
Okay.
was littler, I had to have a nurse come in.
Mm-hmm.
And until he got so much of an age, I couldn't not have him anymore.
Right.
So that's what.
Okay.
When he went to come home, we had a nurse. When they went in their job, we fired them. That was
Right.
long and short of it. It was more dangerous than it was helpful. One thing they're really dangerous at too is a suction machine. So the suction thing, and I didn't even tell you about that because that's how rarely we use it.
Right.
But all the nurses that say they know what they're doing, they go all the way down, which is 2.5 inches too far. You got to stop way back here for him.
Okay.
And if you know how to read the suction machine and the stickers are put on correctly by us, which they are, then you should know how to do it. You don't need anyone to teach you how to do it.
Right.
It just don't make no sense that they're saying they're trained. The last one said like 20 something years, but you don't know how to do it. You worked with trach patients more than you can remember, she said. That was her statement. More than you can remember, but can't put a trach back in. Like, it don't add up. Okay, so let me finish the
He
story, please.
doesn't, it's not
So
like
can I
any special way or anything. It's just like normal, right?
Yeah.
It doesn't take like a special skill or something that only you guys know or nothing like
So
that.
what happened was they started sending out Maxim. They sent out. But supposed to not one didn't happen. They kept doing the little thing where they waste time. Anyway, finally, I said, listen. At least I'm sorry to say that, but that's what they're doing. That's what they're doing. They're wasting time. So 4 to 5 nurses. They kept saying they had 4 to 5, but they back out. I said, listen. I'm a little old. I'm not real stupid. I'm not the smartest guy, but I'm not stupid. You guys are saying you have a nurse, but you don't. So now they come to the house. We finally get one like 3 months after that.
Mm-hmm. And how long ago was this?
I think 2 years ago.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm going back a little bit to catch up a little bit.
Well,
Try
that's
to.
not that far back.
We sit here and do it, and we thought she was going to work out. She decided she didn't want it. So the next one comes. This is the one, and the Maxim guy said, "Well, she can't be touching the trach. This is just a meet and greet." I said, "Well, that's the whole point." He's like, "No, you can't do that." So I'm like, "You know what? I'm not going to argue with you." So when one comes out, we're doing a meet and greet, and she wants to do it. She said she wants to do the trach, and she advised her, said, because I didn't want to go in there, I was already aggravated. I'm like, what's the point? I'm sure you're correct, I'm a little bit that way. I'm like, what's the point if I can't? That's the whole point of it. Anyway, so she advises her, which I'm walking after. You can't do that. And I hear this, so I'll make sure everyone's. Yeah. So the woman's insistent. I want to do it. He goes to put it in. First, he goes to put it in a hook like this. It goes straight down your windpipe. He goes to hook it like this. And the next time, Crystal stopped and oh no.
Mm-hmm.
She starts to insert it and it's starting to go upward. I'm like no, and I had to actually physically grab her hand to stop her. And that's when I got a little more upset. I told Maxim, I said, listen, you guys don't want to play this game with me, and you're gonna get smacked in the balls. And he didn't like that very well. I understand. I don't like that. But I'm not gonna let my son get hurt and get killed at school.
Right.
Now we're talking about safety. And I told Trump's officer last year, we're talking about safety now, and nobody's doing anything but attacking us. So anyway, back to the nurses. I said, listen, I'm not going to do no more meet and greets at home. We're going to do meet and greets at the school. So August of last year, I went back up to last year. They had a nurse. I asked her. I said, you have no trach. How long have you been doing healthcare?
Mm-hmm.
I've been doing more trachs than I count, more patients than I count. Blah blah. I said, cool, great. I said, do you mind? And I did ask. I said, do you mind doing the trach course here now? Oh yeah, I can do that. So I just grabbed the trach out because he's safe without it.
Sure.
And
You just wanted to see that she could do it.
yeah, but she needed her mom's help the whole time, the whole way, for every little thing, including putting a lubricant on and how to put the arbitrator in. And I wasn't paying attention because everyone else started talking, so I'm trying to catch everything.
How many people are in there?
I think it was like 8. I
Quite a
think.
few.
8
So
people?
yes, instead of paying attention, they want to talk over, and I'm trying to pay attention. So I thought we was going to send him then. Well, everything went well.
Okay.
And then Crystal was like, well, I don't know. I'm like, dude, we got the nurse. What is wrong?
Mhm.
So I'm like, you know what? I'll go home. I'll listen to the recording. And you can hear over top of me and her, or me and them talking, her telling the nurse what to do every single step of the way. I'm like, oh.
Because he didn't know what to do.
I said, okay, so I see. And that one was named Ebony, I think, Miss Ebony. And I said, I see why now. And I also explained to him too that because Children's Hospital pulled this move on me, they went and scheduled procedures to try to get this undone, to try to close
Had
the
the
hole
tray taken out.
so he can go to school.
Yeah.
They tried to deny it. I said, ma'am, you are not going to tell me 1 hour after we had a meeting and had an issue. And I mean, now you sent me a letter saying I talked to your surgeon about getting the tray removed. 1 hour after the school meeting.
The school did that themselves?
No, Nationwide Children's.
Nationwide Children's Hospital did.
No, they contacted
The school.
No, listen to her. No, Nationwide Children's was already involved.
Okay.
Because
Okay.
I got them involved.
I got you.
Trying to
Okay.
get help.
Okay.
But when I got
I
help,
missed that part. Okay.
that's my fault. So I had to dump that one in there.
No.
So
I thought the
I'm
school
trying to-
reached out to them. I'm like, well, that's a little overreach there, but okay, they were already involved.
Okay, so in August, that was a little before that story. That's why we didn't send him. And then the principal said something like, well, you said there was some procedures. I said the procedures was because of Children's Hospital. And sorry, because I'm trying to tell three different stories.
Mhm.
So here's another story. I'm sorry to go back again.
You're fine.
But I found out that the doctor never said he needed a one-on-one nurse. They only need a nurse over there because the way the school's set up, they have a nurse one day, and then one day they don't have a nurse. They go to a different school building.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So they had a registered nurse there, right? So if they was honest, he could have went to school at least 2 to 3 days a week.
So they never told you that?
No. Well, they kept lying. They kept saying the doctors need a one-on-one nurse.
But that wasn't the case.
That wasn't the case. And last year with Megan, I don't know how much of it's in the file. Last year with Megan.
It's probably all in there. Like I said, I just got
Right.
this morning, so I haven't gone through the entire. You know, we have about a certain amount of time to come out.
started
So,
reading,
but I'll look through it.
I started reading the things and things being the John Peterman, because we did a little meeting with me, her, Frank County Board of Education, and the principal. It was a little small meeting, just the 4 or 5 of us. And I find out that they have other trade students in the building, for one. And mine couldn't go. Yeah. At least for 2 years. So mine could not go without jumping through all sorts of hoops. There was something else. That really threw me off. That really upset me. So my train of thought, because a nurse from the school district is one of feeding me a little bit of information, and there's also a John Kirshner from the board, because he can't stand this administration. He wants them gone. His words was, "I hope you sue them and you can walk them all out the front door." That's his words. And I tried to tell him, I said, John, I record everything, but
Right.
Anyway, he said it. His words. But I mean, anyhow, so sorry, keep losing. So the next time, back in August, the nurse thing happens, right?
Right.
Going back to that, sorry, I jump around so much.
I'm with you.
Good.
I'm caught up.
So it's August, and I do that. So I guess Jamie Angelini takes issue with the way I did that. 3 years, I'm frustrated. I think I should be allowed to at least see that one thing happen.
Well,
for
but
his
you
safety.
said that it's okay to take it out
It is.
for a certain amount of time.
Yes, it is.
So you took it out because you wanted to see that she could put it back in if she was going to be the person there that would
to my son.
need to do it and care for your son
So-
if it need be.
So then she sends an email back. I said, so are we going to be able to see the nurse? And this is like, right after Christmas, they said they're going to have another nurse. I said, so am I going to be able to see this nurse do their job, confidence thing? She's like, no, the parents won't see it. And I said, we're going to have a problem then. So I showed up to the board meeting December 18th. And for whatever reason, they don't end up sending the nurse. I never end up going to January for the nurse. Because I told her, I said, that's not going to happen. We're going to see. We're just not going to go to school.
So did they say why they wouldn't do that?
Because they didn't like the way I took the trach out and asked the nurse to do it right then and there. She said, you didn't ask no way to do that.
But that's your own son.
And I did ask them.
But why would you have to ask if you could do that?
Because I had the nurse to put it back in, I guess. Because I asked the nurse to put it back in, and they didn't like the way. Maybe they felt blindsided. I think they wanted me. My attitude was.
But I mean,
I don't know what the problem
it's
is.
not like you were requesting it. You weren't trying to force it, right? Because you know how to put it back in.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
yeah, they
Right.
put it
So
back in.
I mean, it's not like he was at risk of harm.
Right.
Correct.
Right. Okay. Yeah. So, actually, on December 25th, Christmas last year, I finally got a hold of a doctor. That's because I had another problem with the lower doctor. I don't mean to say lower level, higher.
No,
Anyways,
you're fine.
This guy, I mean, I was blown away by his credentials. I started looking into him like, he's an author, he's this, he's that. Like one of the head guys at Children's Hospital. I'm like, oh my God, this guy's actually talking to me. So out of my element. Anyway.
Good
So,
for you.
yeah, right?
Yeah.
So, anyway, I'm reading this letter, and they're very careful with because they don't want to get involved either. But I'm like, you guys are already involved because the school are saying that you are saying he's a one-on-one nurse, and the letter, because we wasn't getting the letters. The letter was going straight from Children's straight to the school because we were signing the thing to let them do that.
Right.
So we didn't see nothing. We just trusted that everyone was being honest. The whole time they wasn't
the
being
school
honest.
wasn't sharing this information with
No.
you?
No.
We didn't find out until Megan got involved last year.
Yep.
So that's when now they got really upset. I'm like, look, it doesn't even say he needs a one-on-one nurse. So for the last 3 years, he could have been going to school at least every other day.
Right.
Because the nurse is there every other day.
Right.
But no, it didn't matter. In the end, it doesn't. Like I'm just wasting my breath right now because everything, this all happened last year too. All up to the point we're supposed to see the nurse, supposed to do home instruction. The school changes their mind. CPS says, that's on the school.
So
That's on the school. We can't do nothing.
So they ended up, CPS ended up filing a complaint against you guys.
Do you want me to?
That's what
further
got
into that, or
that's
not?
what got you to court.
That was the court.
And again, I apologize. I only got this morning. I
Right.
did review a little bit, but
Oh, sorry.
oh,
I'm sorry. I'm interrupting. Yeah.
you're fine.
No, she's running for the next board member.
Oh, is that good?
I don't think so.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure if you meant that was a good thing or not.
No.
Okay.
Meet our
Don't I yet?
uppity. I think it's a uppity.
Me too.
So, what was it that pushed your case to the point to where CPS felt they needed to file a complaint against you?
Me an asshole. They come out the door. And
Maybe an asshole.
This is true.
He's honest, right?
They
Yeah,
come-
he is. It's
They,
true.
they come on the doorbell, and I was out.
I like it.
Getting some work done on the van. It says a handicap van for Nathan.
Yeah.
And they said they're CPS. I figured eventually they come because nothing happened with school. Anyway, so last year with that too, they started sending me letters. The school did. The school like tried to send me letters to cover it up because it says something like you gotta have 60 hours and then they turn it in. If it's over 72 hours, it's the next step. Over 70 hours, the next step. I got them all the same day. I'm like, well, why wasn't he sent separately? Yeah, it's funny. Anyway, how CPS got involved and why? I go to the headquarters on the west side. I think that's what it was, right? West Broad?
Yeah,
Okay, so I go there. I'm like, who did you talk to? I said, I didn't talk to nobody, blah, blah, blah. They gave me a number, call number, got a hold of somebody, and then a few months later, Amanda, is that her name? No.
No, it was.
That's why I go 100 miles an hour.
She works for Children's Services?
Yes.
She does work for children.
Okay.
Yes. I can't
Yeah,
remember her name.
I can't think of
I have
anybody
it.
named
I have
Amanda,
it.
but there's a
It might
there's a
not
lot of
be.
people that work there. So
Yeah, everyone's Amanda
Who
right in my
was-
head. It might not be.
I'm not Amanda.
No.
No,
What's the end?
I don't know. Anyway,
I don't remember.
so I took the phone call. Well, sorry, I took the phone call. I think that's on your record, actually. Her name's probably not.
Yeah.
But anyway,
I'm sure it's in the file. Yeah.
yeah, it's in the
Yeah,
file.
it's
Oh,
in
it'll
the
be
file.
there. Yeah.
It's in there. So at that initial phone call, they just want to do the initial business because we have not did a face to face yet.
Okay, so
And
this is when they first called you.
this is-
When
They
Yes.
wrote a letter
When we
out.
first
We're
got the
trying-
report.
Right,
Yes.
we're missing contact with each other. Yeah. She's
Okay.
trying to contact me. I'm trying to contact
Gotcha.
her.
Okay.
I call an email or a voicemail. They finally Amanda Wack. That's her name.
Amanda Wack.
Amanda
Yeah.
Wack.
Oh, okay.
So she comes out from the east side office, but she comes out and brings her. We're not here. I'm on the phone call with her. And I asked her if they want to come out here, that's fine.
Mhm.
But I would prefer they bring law enforcement. Just a preference. Law enforcement have the cameras, they record things.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, they're funny.
well,
No,
I know.
it's hard to get them to do anything for us, really.
And I mean, she took that
Wow.
certain type of way for one. She did take that certain type of way,
Takes
which
a
I
while,
guess
too.
because she was like, that's never been requested before. And I explained the thing about my daughter seeing the other girl being stabbed. They didn't actually get stabbed. There was another girl.
Oh, I hope not. That's scary, though.
Yeah, another girl still lives there, so that is very scary. But I got my girls out there. But so then it was either come out here, but I didn't feel comfortable. I didn't know at the time I could record without. In Ohio, as long as you record a conversation, you can record without telling the person.
Yeah.
I didn't know that at that time, so I went law enforcement.
Gotcha.
So I started looking at the law and trying to defend myself against this. And I find this stuff out. So we decided Friday we'll go into the meeting with them, and want to talk about other things like my other kids, stuff like that. I'm like, no, I'm just not going to do that. You want to do that, we need to get a court order.
Okay.
I said, if you feel that strongly about this case, then I'll take the court order down there for you. I was being a real asshole. It's like, well, that's not the way it works. And, so this time, I'm trying to be a little different. I'm trying to talk and be nice, but if I got to go to court, then I'm going to do that. But
I have no intention of taking
I'm
you
sorry,
to
that
court.
son is like right in my
Oh,
eye.
oh, I'm sorry.
I don't
You
wanna
want to
go to
move?
court
Oh, no,
because
you're
the
fine.
court's not
Well,
gonna
I don't
do
want you
nothing.
to have to stand there like
The
that.
only thing the court's going to do is,
You're speaking
at the end of the day, if anything, is take him, which is not fair to him.
Nobody wants to take him. Trust me. We do not want to take your son. We do not. We don't. It is the law, though, that he goes to school. You know that.
Yeah, and he does.
Yeah,
He goes to school
he
here.
goes to school.
Okay, but, and that's fine. Tons of kids are homeschooled. But there's a process for that.
Right.
And I'm not gonna lie, I don't know it.
Right.
I don't know the ins and outs of homeschooling, but I know that obviously the school district or whatever has to know that he's being homeschooled. And aren't there, now you're talking about you homeschooling him, right? Or
Yes.
not
Yes.
him being in one of these like K-12
No.
virtual
No.
things,
No.
right?
No.
Okay. But I think there's supposed to be like a certain curriculum or something that when kids are homeschooled, they have to follow because even when they're homeschooled, they're still tested.
He's not tested.
No, I mean don't they have to pass certain?
No, he's got special needs.
I know he's on the IEP, but
can't
that's what
argue
I'm
this
saying.
with
I
you.
don't, yeah,
I
and I
can't
really
tell you
don't
what
know
Miss
how it
King
would
said.
work with
I can't
him.
tell you what Miss King
But
said.
obviously there's something to it, or the school would not be so insistent that he's getting an education. I don't think you can just say, well, he's disabled, so he doesn't have to go to school and I don't have to do anything. I don't think it's as easy as that.
That's all the
There's
school wants.
obviously,
I'll let you finish, but that's all the school wants.
and I don't know, and I apologize again, I don't know how all of that works with the homeschooling. But I'm pretty especially with an IEP, I don't know how that works. I mean, have you sat down with the school and said, we are going to homeschool him, or we want to homeschool him? What do we need to do?
Yes.
And what was their response?
Their response was, as long as we're teaching them something to do with math, or English, reading, writing, stuff like that.
That's what I meant,
Yeah.
kind of the curriculum.
we can-
There's
We
supposed to
can
be.
go any way we want to go. So one day we want to teach him a little bit of math, and then the next day he starts vacuuming the house and do some like home economics type stuff. That's okay.
Okay.
And nobody's going to check on us no more, nothing like that, because they don't do that no more. They don't. So I said, so you're telling me, and they didn't know where I was going with it, right? So I'm saying you're telling me that I can teach him like 5 minutes of math. There's no time limit. If you want to do anytime you want to do. So my thought is, I can stand up here and say 1 + 1 is 2 now. That's your math lesson. There's nothing you guys can. That's what they're saying, and that's what they sent me in black and white and by the Ohio law. The papers are
That
there.
doesn't seem right, but
It doesn't
again, what do I know?
I'm saying. I don't think they care. They just don't want him. They either want him. They don't want him their job
But then what?
because it looks bad on them. Because it looks bad bad on them.
If he's not attending school,
Yeah, because it's
like physically attending school, why would that look bad on them? Because a lot of kids don't physically attend school. A lot of kids do the virtual. You know, a lot of
because it's
kids
their
are
fault they don't have a
homeschooled.
nurse.
They don't want. You're saying
I mean,
They're trying to cover
that
up.
you think
I
that
guess that's what they're getting.
they don't want to make it look like it's on them
Yes.
that he's not going
Yes.
because they don't have a nurse.
Yes. Now, see, this is, and you asked like last year what turned, and also in the case
Oh, yeah.
because I know that I'm not supposed to speak out, but I do it anyway because I know if I get on the record, at least I got the record of it in the court, and the judge knows what's happening. So, not the best way to do it, but
Now,
better than no defense.
Did you have an attorney?
I fired them. They didn't. They wasn't speaking up in court on my behalf. They wasn't explaining none of this to anybody. Megan, believe it or not, was the guy enlightening all this.
Right.
He was listening. He was physically or verbally saying, "If you know I'm a reporter, I can see what you're saying. I agree with you. It is on the school." The guardian ad litem finally said, "It is the
I was
school."
going to ask you that next. Was there a guardian ad litem?
She kind of upset me though, because at the end, she thought I was upset with her because I did end up hiring a sidebar attorney or something like that. The judge wanted me to hire an attorney because I couldn't put the documents through correctly. I couldn't submit the evidence correctly.
Okay.
So I get this attorney,
Yeah.
and this attorney, when we get there, the same
Legal
day,
stuff is tricky.
I didn't know that I was going to get dismissed, so I got all this stuff, you know what I mean? And this woman, because I was kind of angry because she didn't contact me. I'm like, you guys don't even try to contact me or nothing. Going there just blindsided. It's like, well, I did try to get a motion discovery, which I see you filed too, but it looks like they was playing around with you. But I'm an attorney. I know what I'm doing. For them not to give me a motion discovery, that kind of raised some flags with me. So I'm not sure what's going to happen today. But anyway, as I'm having that conversation with my new attorney I never met,
Right.
the guardian ad litem calls me and asks me if I'm upset with her. Because she's got an attorney in there that's subbing for her attorney. The guardian ad litem is subbing for someone else, but the same judge. Anyway,
Yeah.
so the guardian ad litem calls me and says, "I don't want you to be upset with me. You know, I'm on your side." I never said I was upset with you. I'm trying to figure out is how we're still having a case whenever you've told us, you're telling the judge, I'm telling the judge, and I may not take my word, but everyone's telling this judge, and they can all see it's on the school. You just seen yourself again. It says 9/10/25. What am I supposed to do? I can get ready.
So when did you get that email?
Oh, last Friday, something like that.
I think so.
So-
Let me pull it back up.
Did you? I'm sorry.
You're fine.
Did you respond to
No.
it?
No.
Well, why not?
Because I don't have to respond to them.
I know you don't have to, but
Because
The
if
but
it-
why
22nd.
not?
just because
Oh, okay. That was just last week. So
I don't mean
I
it,
know you
and I don't mean to
have
say
to.
it that way.
No, but
I'm so tired
why
of her
wouldn't you
games.
respond? Why wouldn't you say, "Okay, see you on the 10th," or whatever your plan is? I mean, at least let them know something. By not responding,
I get harassed. I mean,
I'm not harassing you,
I'm not saying you. Anyone could have shut today. I'm sorry, I didn't catch your name.
Susan
Susan.
Ernst, ERNST.
Okay. Susan Rose.
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't mean it toward you directly, but
know.
any CPS worker, I would have said the same thing if we got this deep in the conversation. I feel harassed whenever, again, you know, it says 9/10, he can't go to school till 9/10.
Right.
So I'm surprised why you're not going back and say, "Hey, I just stopped out there and Mr. Cook informed me that he can't go to school till 9/10 anyway." So why am I prematurely at their house again this year
I got it.
after what happened last year?
Unless
they do something dirty.
Well, I'm curious now, and trust me, I will be looking into this because you showed me there in writing that they won't have a nurse for him until September 10th.
So at that time, I was going to get hold of him.
So do they expect you to be sending him to school without a nurse? Because they know he needs a nurse, though, right?
I'm not sending him.
I don't know what they expect. How can they expect them? I told them they can't.
But I mean, look at
Well,
all this stuff you
okay.
went through last year.
Give me the.
So
they it wasn't just that. Maybe I should show you the other one.
You don't mind step in and just check on him. For
No,
just
no,
a
no.
minute.
You're fine. You're fine. I'm
Um,
sorry.
He's all right.
You're out here standing in the sun.
No, I'm tired of them switching people around. I'm just tired of the hoops, and it doesn't matter what I tell them. The only thing that's going to save them, it ain't saving me because I got all the proof that I need that says I want to educate him here. I did send a letter. They didn't send it back. I'm still educating here. I get that he's supposed to send me that letter. As I was talking to her, we'll just see what happens with this new nurse, and if it's a good nurse, then my plan is to send him. That would be the plan.
Yeah,
But if it's not a good nurse,
for him to,
I can go with Mr. Grubb again, and this time I'll hand deliver it. That way they can't say they didn't get it. I deal with that all the time. I didn't get it. Okay, so I don't even bother responding anymore because I mean they don't respond when I ask them anything. I don't feel like I should have to do anything.
That's
I
too
feel like
bad,
it's a
and
two-way
I don't
street.
understand that if they're so passionate
Yeah,
about it.
yeah.
Um,
Because I've been trying to get them in school longer than they have. Their records go back to like September of 22 or something like that. Well, I'm like, well, mine go back to July 4th, 2022 because I tried before you guys. Because we're not married. That's where the single mother thing comes in because she had to put him in school. She doesn't understand a lot of this stuff. She just doesn't.
Right.
She lost a lot of blood with the delivery and stuff like that. So, and also, they think she like always has like an attitude or she gets loud and stuff like that. Well, she does, but I'm like, she doesn't mean to. As much as I'm the butthead. She's the nice one.
You're kidding.
Right.
I'm teasing.
No, I understand. I know exactly how I am. I have no idea.
You know what? It's not that you're a hole or a whatever, an a-hole, whatever you call yourself.
Right.
You're trying to fight for what's best for your son. I get that. I get it. I do. It doesn't
See, right
seem
here
to me
is
that
another paragraph.
This should be so
That's another one saying
difficult.
Right.
Or
That's one where they're saying he can't go to school until they get the nurse there, basically.
And that's the beginning of the year.
Who's Mr. Smathers?
He's the assistant superintendent.
Okay.
Which we didn't talk about going to Asbury last
And
week.
Amanda, that's who you've been talking about.
Amanda, yeah.
Director of
The new one.
Special
That's the new one.
Education. Have you met her before?
Nope.
Okay, you've just been
She's new.
getting messages from her. Oops.
So, I mean, to be honest with you,
Yeah,
unless you know her name from the school, I don't know her. I don't know if she works for the school, but I'm assuming she does. No one confirmed her or denied. No one's confirmed her or denied she works for the school. I have no idea. I guess so.
So they planned on. You still wanted Nathan to go to Asbury.
It was never discussed to go to Asbury.
Never.
If that's okay with you, that is what we have planned. There will be a nurse full-time at the building. However, the nurse is in process of being hired. As such, Nathan will unfortunately not be starting school on time next week. Okay, this was August 7th.
Yeah.
So when was school supposed to start?
The 12th.
Okay, and was he supposed to be starting at Asbury?
No.
That's what they're saying. That's what they're saying. I can't stop. That's what they're saying.
But they're saying that's what you said, right?
Yeah, he was supposed to.
Yeah.
Under Smathers, we talked last year because he didn't like. Here's what caused me and Smathers to have a conversation.
Miss Riley. Who's Miss Riley? I'm sorry.
She's
She's another
fine.
special
I'm trying to
educator.
follow along. We'll be in touch to set up the
That's who I thought was the special
compensatory
direction.
minutes.
Special education director.
Okay.
But apparently she's not.
Yeah.
So,
In 54 minutes.
okay, so it sounds like they planned on starting him at Asbury. Am I saying it right?
Yeah, Asbury.
Asbury. And they planned on having a full-time nurse that wasn't hired yet, right?
This is typical. This is nothing new. This is typical.
Okay, so this was August 7th.
Yeah.
So I think that's I didn't
No,
want
it's
to.
a piece of cotton. Like
Oh, I thought it was one of those little,
bugs.
you know, those like furry.
Caterpillar.
There you go. Okay, so that was August 7th. So have you had communication other than the one you sent me? You showed me earlier about the September 10th.
That was them saying that to us.
That's all them.
Right,
That's all
right.
them.
But
we haven't contacted them back now.
but are those the only 2 emails you've gotten, or have you gotten more?
I think 3 or 4 total.
Yeah.
But if you can't start school, what's the point of talking to them? I don't understand that.
I know, but why can't you at least respond and say, "Hey, I'm getting your emails." Now,
I don't respond to emails. I told these people.
They know that.
You do, obviously.
Yeah.
So, do you want him to go to Asbury?
Well, we want to see what the nurse is like.
Okay, but that's
I
the
can't-
school we're
I
talking
can't.
about,
Well, that's what they're saying.
not
Sedalia.
Sedalia.
Sedalia's where he's supposed to go. We had a conversation last year because I thought that they might want to settle outside of court, but they'd rather go to court because this is something we was talking about. And I told them I really don't want to go to court. I don't want to have to pay thousands and thousands, maybe hundreds of thousands, because we're talking 3 years. A lot of trauma. I mean, it's the second time now CPS been here. Again, dragging these cases. Last year it got dismissed because there was nothing. There was nothing there. I think it's going to happen again this year if it goes to court. There's going to be nothing there. Just because I don't respond doesn't mean I have to respond to them.
So did the school, I'm sorry, I just thought of something. Did the school ever file truancy charges?
The insurance officer called me,
But the school never took you to court.
They asked.
Okay.
They wanted me to go.
That just popped into my head.
They set up other meetings, but we didn't go because we're already going to court. And you're setting up meetings for. I didn't understand the whole thing.
Okay. Well, because the school can file charges in court, but obviously they never did.
They don't. They don't want us in court.
Yeah, they don't.
I wish.
Okay,
Our
so they
attorney-
never did. Okay.
I wanted my attorney to actually. I don't know how to do it correctly. I know the process of it. Again, it took out of this court to go to that court. I was hoping the attorney would countersue because he seemed like a smart guy. I'm like, well, I'll just countersue this whole thing because we're being drugged into all this. He's not doing anything wrong. He's going to school. He's getting education. I have the videos of his teaching.
Mm-hmm.
We went out of our way to buy him thousands of dollars of equipment. When they sent us home 4 little folders, it's got 5 colors, it's got 5 numbers, it's got 4 or 5 different shades of gray.
Smiley faces.
It's got the smiley faces,
Mm-hmm.
and it has a couple pictures. That's what they sent him home for his home education.
I mean, I can get and show you.
Why don't you do that?
Yeah, I'm curious to
yeah.
see. Now, when did they give this to you?
3 years ago.
Yeah.
They haven't.
3 years ago.
They was
3 years
3
ago?
years ago.
Yes.
Yeah, when we first started getting him in
Every
school.
time we ask for something, they say we're going to give you more stuff, and that's why I can't stand Jamie Angelini, which was the director last year. She said she's going to give us more home instruction stuff. Didn't happen. She told Megan, said we're going to agree to do home instruction, but the teacher comes out here. It's going to start an hour a day. I
Okay.
thought we deserved more than an hour a day. Megan agreed with him. I appreciated her agreeing with that. I thought he deserved more than an hour. We differed on, and I say, and I still stand by this. He's slow.
Mhm.
He's going to need more help. She said any kid at that age should have more than 1 hour. Fair. Okay. Anyway, so then when it comes for that to happen, it never happened. But it bought them 60 days or 90 days. You know what I mean? It just buys them more time. And I understand you're looking like that don't make sense.
No,
You're not that
just don't.
important.
No,
I
I just don't. I don't
I can
see
see how
why
it sounds.
it's not. I don't.
Because nobody's going to believe
I
it.
don't understand why it's so difficult. Why?
This place is a nightmare, and I'm not the only one. There's plenty of them. A lot of people are scared to speak up, but like on social, I know social media don't do much, but it does get the word out there. You know what I mean? Like every time I say something, I post like pictures and stuff of dismissal and like this is what happened. 3 years of fighting. I showed them where like the doctor never said I need a one-on-one nurse, and then
Right.
you get attacked by blind people anonymously. You're seeing their face. There's a bunch of blind anonymous participants attacking. To try to shut you up. I even got kicked out of a group because I posted like videos and stuff about what's been going on.
So this is what they gave you,
3 years ago.
and
To teach him.
how old is
Which
he?
we do still.
He's 9,
we still do
right?
this stuff with him too because they sent it home for
Okay.
him.
Okay. Now, can he do this stuff?
Oh, yeah.
He'll
I
put
would
it
I would
Yeah.
think he would by now,
Yeah,
right?
Like he puts it back and stuff like that. It's hard to
He-
know what he knows, like blue, red, green.
Uh-huh.
If he had better educators, I think he would know. That's what breaks my heart. Is if he had better educators, I think he would know. And the other thing is, like I told him, I know he's not going to be a doctor or lawyer, nothing like that, right? But he gets to be around other kids. He gets to socialize.
He
True.
knows to see other
And he
kids.
can't do
and
that.
stuff.
But
Yeah.
but now we're talking about safety because, like I said, the instead of calling me like they promised they would do, they're gonna call you. To
Thank you for
to-
showing that to me.
No, you're welcome.
I appreciate it.
Put the tray back in. We can do that. Instead of calling me, they put the tray back in. Then I had to dance through hoops to get the information. They want me to sign up to another website, nurses something, or students something, not final forms, which you got to do that to get them in school.
Right.
I got signed up to another website. Which I'm not doing. I'm not signing up to a bunch of websites. I'm not putting all my information out there. There's too many scammers out there.
And what was that website for?
For them to tell me what happened to my son that day at school. So if he gets into the nurse, you got to go to this website to see what the nurse is doing. Then there's another website you got to go onto to see something else. I'm like, guys, I'm not doing all this. They want me to go to, instead of email me like the IEE thing, because last year I told them the same thing. I said they did not want to let me do it. Now they finally seen one last year, but you got to go through this website to get to it. Why can't you just email me the form?
Right.
And they just, I don't know. They just want to be difficult. And because I won't back down either. I think that's all they want. When they go to explain something to you and they take 10 seconds, it's a little longer. Here's Don Peterman. This is scholarship. You can do this. You can do that. And then they go into a whole spiel, like 20 minutes of homeschooling. If you go to homeschooling, you have the benefit of being your own teacher. No one's badgering you. The state stops badgering you. If you just be your own teacher for your son.
But that's what you're doing.
Right.
So
Because
why am I here?
Exactly. Why are you here?
I mean, obviously, and no offense, I'm only getting one side of the story.
Right.
So, obviously I know who called and I will be talking because I have a lot of questions because I don't understand why this is not so difficult. He's not the only kid that has a trach and there are other kids with trachs that go to school. So it's not computing in my brain. There's a disconnect somewhere. I'm not understanding why this is so hard.
So when I put that on Facebook, people reach out to me, find me, and, messages, dark messages, whatever, PMs, what they call them. That's how I found out about the other student and about like us having to have certain paperwork from doctors and other students not have that paperwork. It was from a nurse that worked in one of the other buildings. She said, you don't know how bad it is. She said, we all get retaliated against. And I have like 5 or 6 different people now that's reached out, different levels. And like, it's just getting worse and worse here. There's nothing, we can't do nothing. We speak up, we're in trouble. We take your side. We know you're right. But if we take your side, we're going to pay for that. And I got to feed my family.
Right.
I think that same thing happened with Megan last year. It's because he stopped going after the whole thing where they lied in court about her. Yeah, the other side lied on Megan. I'm like, you're lying on your own worker. They're saying that Megan jumped the gun. Megan offered us to do the in-home instruction thing, and they said that the school didn't offer that. Megan jumped the gun and offered that to us first, trying to find a peaceful solution. I said no.
Well, she was just thinking of options, I'm assuming.
But that's not true.
Right?
That's not true.
But that's not true.
That's cool.
So I didn't say, can I finish, please? Please. So in the courtroom that day, I'm like, I'm shocked. But I never keep my mouth shut just so I get the information. So I come home. I emailed Jamie and Janine. I said, well, we're supposed to do home instruction, but something happened with that. I'm not sure if that was Megan's idea or the school's idea. And she was like, that was my idea. I told Megan about it. I said, thank you.
And then who was Jamie?
Jamie was the special education director
With the school.
Last year.
So then when they come back
She's
out,
not there no more. She's at the little keep.
every time they came out after that, Megan didn't come out no more. But I didn't tell Megan what happened. I said, they try to blame you for that, Megan. I said, they try to say that you jumped the gun and offered something that wasn't being offered. But I think that's why they pulled her out of here too, to be honest. Because we seen another woman like 3 times after that. I'm like, why ain't Jamie coming out no more? Megan.
Yeah,
It just seemed funny. I think she was agreeing with us too much. And to be honest, I love Megan. I can't believe I say that, but I do. I love Megan. Because she was honest. It wasn't like you was trying to.
No, and that's the way it should be. That's how it should be.
It should be.
Yes.
But I've never had that. And I've dealt with children several times, unfortunately. Probably 4 times.
All in regards to Nathan?
No.
Oh.
This was when they was little. Their mom and
Gotcha.
that was a nightmare. I must do it all over again, right?
I don't want to know all that. We ain't going there right now.
He's like, this guy can talk.
You can just keep all that in the box.
That was a 10-year struggle. And I'll shut up there.
Oh my
Yeah, I
goodness.
didn't have 10 years.
Wow. All right. So, what's the plan?
To wait for them to get the nurse and let's see what that's going to happen.
But you gotta respond to them. You gotta let them know, hey, I've been getting your emails. We intend for him to start at Asbury. And how are they gonna know? That's
He's
the
enrolled.
problem, I
It's
think.
No, he's enrolled in school. They can't
Part of the
circulate.
problem is
See what I'm saying?
you're not responding. They're not hearing from you. They don't know they don't know he's not enrolled he's enrolled there,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah.
But they haven't seen him yet this school year.
Because they don't have a nurse.
But
I can't.
But you're not communicating with them and letting them know our intent is to start him when you have a nurse for him.
If he would have been there August 12th, he would have been already in school. He wouldn't be here today. Because they don't have the nurse. They didn't tell you that.
But did you know that at the beginning of the year?
When they sent me the email, I did.
Yeah, that's
the email you just showed me.
The 7th.
Yes.
I sent the thing in to do the homeschooling. The 20. I think, like I said, I think they received 28. I don't know. I can't prove they received it at all because I mailed it in. So we was going to do the homeschool, and we have been. But then they said we got a nurse. So we've been discussing what we want to do. And
Right.
my understanding is we're going to try to send him with the nurse and see how that goes.
Mm-hmm.
And
I
just
mean, I think we
because I'm
should
waiting on Grub to
give it a shot.
just waiting
I
on
mean,
Grub to
because
send
it's
anything.
good for him to,
That's easy for you to say. It's not easy
Socialize.
for us to say because that's our child.
No,
And
I
we're
know.
concerned about this.
But that's why I said,
Getting harmed.
give it a shot. At least talk to them, take them, find out what do they got, who's the nurse, meet the nurse. I mean,
And if it doesn't work out, what I'll do, I'll hand deliver them another letter saying we're going to homeschool.
Yeah.
See, that's what they wanted last year.
I
This
mean,
is
you can do that. You have the right to do
This
that.
is what the principal said
But you
last year
have to communicate.
with the
I think
superintendent.
that's the problem. You're not communicating with them. You just got to let them know what your plan is.
I'm gonna send
If
them.
you want to homeschool them, homeschool them. If you want to send them on the 10th, is it the 10th, 9/10? If you want to send them on the 10th, let them know you intend to do that. At least they'll know. Hey, because you know what? I probably wouldn't be here right now.
So again, it's back to our fault.
No,
Yeah.
no,
you are saying that though. No matter
no,
what I do,
I'm
I
not.
By law,
I
don't wanna go
already
into law with
said
people.
I'm
protecting my son.
very confused about
And
this.
My son
but-
can get taken because you guys
No,
don't like what I say.
Your son's not gonna get taken.
I don't know.
But
I'm just being honest.
I'm telling you right now. But here's the thing. I'm not saying it's your fault. But there's always two sides of the story. Okay? They're reaching out to you saying, hey, I saw part of that. We tried to contact you and they couldn't leave a message or something like that.
That's their story. That's their story.
I know. I just read what,
I know.
whatever. But by you not communicating with them, they don't know what's going on. By law, he has to be in some kind of
By law,
schooling.
he has to be in school.
And if a child, trust me, we deal with truancy a lot. We deal with a lot of kids that aren't going to school. Now, there aren't a lot of situations like your son where he's got a trait that he can pull out and you expect to have a knowledgeable nurse that can, put it back in for him. That's, it's a different situation there, but schools just need to know that children are being educated in one way or another. They're not saying you have to be at the school. You're allowed to homeschool them. You're allowed to, well, he couldn't do the virtual school, but you just
So-
have to let them know what you're doing because by law,
What am I supposed to do by law when they don't send me back the paperwork? I have no proof that I mailed the guy the letter. You keep saying by law, by law. I
Now
do
what's-
everything by law.
tell me again the deal with the letter.
It's a letter that states that I choose to homeschool Nathan,
Okay.
and it's to let the school district know that we are doing so.
And who'd you send that to?
Jamie Grove.
I got that.
Superintendent.
Okay, you sent it to him, and then you said something about 14 days.
Yeah, he's supposed to respond within 14 days, and it's been well over that. But they don't respond.
So he's supposed to respond to you saying, "I
your
got
letter.
your letter,
Thank you.
and that we acknowledge that Nathan's going to be
That's a great
homeschooled."
Because now they don't deny. They can't deny it.
Right.
By law.
So they're supposed to let you know they got your letter and that they acknowledge whatever that you're going to be homeschooling him.
Now something on September 30th, because they always have these like little notes, ORC. Something's changing about that, and because like when you go down to ORC, it'll say something and it'll spin off to something else. And
Yeah.
Some of them laws get really confusing, but that one seemed pretty cut and dry. That I don't have to. I'm supposed to got that letter back, yes, but I'm like, how am I supposed to do anything about it if I don't? They don't send it back. They don't communicate.
So when you didn't get the letter back, did you reach out and say, "Hey, I sent a letter and I didn't get a response"?
I don't see the point.
I probably wouldn't be standing on your porch right now.
I hear you, but
And I'm not trying to put it all on you. I know it
But at the
works
end of the day,
both
that's where it's
ways.
going to go. That's where it's going to go.
No.
It isn't. Man, last year, you guys did not even care if the child would have died in school.
That was last year.
That was,
Listen,
I'm not going to contact him until September the 10th. Whatever you want to do, you can do with her. I'm not trying to get upset with you.
no.
He's not going to school till September because they stopped it.
I
They're
get
stopping
it. I wouldn't send them till September 10th anyways.
So why do I have to beg them and contact them and bow down to them like they're some sort of god?
But that's not what I'm saying.
I'm so sick
But
of
if
these
they're
people.
reaching out to you, they're just saying, "Hey, what's the plan? What's going on?" All you got to do is respond and say, "We weren't sending him before because you didn't have a nurse. You told me you didn't have a nurse. You said it's September 10th. You're going to have a nurse. We'll have him at school on September 10th." And then take it from there and see how it goes.
You call me more if you want.
I'm not understanding what your opposition is to at least responding to them.
Because I'm so sick of them. I wish.
And nothing but lies.
The honest to God truth, the reason.
And I get it. I'm
going to be honest with you. The reason we haven't
I
filed
haven't
the
been in
lawsuit,
your shoes.
I
give you that.
I can't get his trust company to hire a lawyer for him. Every time I say something about a lawyer, they want to talk about an educational consultant. I'm like, you're not understanding. These guys are not going to. I feel so bad talking. I wish it was someone I talked to before because I could tell them, like, you guys are getting played again by being on my porch. And you're going to say, well, no, it's your fault for not responding, but it's not.
I didn't say that.
I'm just being honest with you, and I'm
I
trying to
said,
get it
why
through.
don't you just respond and let them know you'll be bringing him? That's all they want to know. That's all they want to know. Is he going to be in school? But you know what? They are required to know that. It is their job to report if children are not in school in one form or another. They have to.
But they've been for 3 years.
Yeah.
3 years. And I don't know.
Now showing up on my doorstep.
I don't know about it. I don't know about that. And I can't explain. I can't explain it. I can't explain it.
In my opinion, I think y'all should read over the paperwork more before y'all come to people's houses. I mean,
that's a fair thing because you just got this morning, you didn't read over it. So.
No, I did. I got the report
Looks
right
thin.
here
this morning. Yeah.
Oh,
you should
no,
have
this is
like
just
this
no, not your file. No. This is just the report that said, he hasn't been to school in 11 days and blah blah blah. That's just what this is. No, but I did look back and I did see that you had the case open last year. I did see Megan's name. It was pretty much for the same thing. I saw all that. I knew you were involved in court. That's why I asked you how they ended up closing the case, because I knew they had taken you to court.
Well, CPS.
Well, that's what I mean. Yeah, they.
I don't know why the school didn't. I wish they would have been there. That's what I wanted. I wanted the school to be there, but
No,
they never showed up. Not once.
not one time. Not one
They
time.
had, two attorneys, one for the state, one for CPS. It's my understanding.
Right.
One was CPS. O'Neill.
That's because CPS filed the complaint, not the school.
Right.
Yeah. All right. So.
sorry, I don't mean to cut you off.
No, you're good.
You were mom. I told you
I
this
know.
last year. You got to make a decision. I tried to file. Listen, when I said my files go back further than theirs, I tried to find the school. They wouldn't let me because I have no rights. They made a big deal about it. So now I'm a bullhead.
Even though you're on the birth certificate?
Even though he's not a
even though I'm on birth certificate, even though I have other kids in the school district, the same school district right now. And when that happened, they would not let me do it. They wanted to be bullheads, and it all stems from Smathers. So yes, I'm being a little bullheaded. So I'm sorry to you.
You're fine.
I'm not going to contact them. I'll see what happens.
You've been through a
September
lot.
10th.
I get it. I get it.
If they send the school bus out September 10th, we'll figure it out then. I'm not gonna.
So, did he take a bus to school? Is that how he got to school?
Yeah.
Okay. But here's my question back to you. How are they going to know to send the school bus unless
he's
you
enrolled.
tell
He's
them?
He's enrolled in school.
He's enrolled in school.
The bus should have been here the first day of school, and it wasn't. Because
Exactly.
why?
The nurse.
Back to the beginning. The nursing. The reason the bus wasn't here the first day of school is because of the nursing wasn't in process.
He's just asking, are you going to contact him? That's what he's asking.
So when was school supposed to start?
The 12th.
August 12th.
August 12th was the first day of school.
Okay, but on the 7th, they sent that email
Yes,
saying
saying that there ain't
he's
no
gonna
nurse.
have to
No, hold on.
start late because there's no nurse.
Exactly.
So, can
So
I ask
why
this?
are they following?
I'm trying
can
to.
I ask this? So, hang on. So it's their fault because he's not going to school, and you said after 11 days they called you, or whatever the report says, 11 days.
It says he's.
So at least
yeah.
they're working faster. I was pretty upset when I found out they were supposed to do this years ago. So at least they're working faster. Anyway, point is, so they were supposed to do. We're supposed to do some sort of like truancy intervention or something like that. This stuff never happens. And anyway, oh my God, I lost myself again.
We're talking about.
I know the nursing and stuff like that, and him going to school. And what happens with them? That's their fault. She's not going to school. So what happens with them? They send us all these letters. They're reaching out to us. I'm being a butthead. I'm not responding to their emails. I get that. That's my fault for not responding. I'll take my blame for that. Even if I respond, I could respond 15 times respectfully. Like I say, I understand. I can respond to every single thing they say. It's not going to get the nurse there any faster.
Right.
So what happens to
I agree.
them? What happens to them for not educating him when he's enrolled in school? Where's the people knocking on their door saying, "Hey, this kid ain't getting educated"? You know,
I got you.
I don't mean to be an asshole, but it's
No,
I'm
you're
trying to
not.
think logical
You're not.
because I think CPS fails so many kids. I hate to say that, but that's what I feel like. And it's things like this. Could I have responded? Sure, but it's not going to do anything different. He's still going to go to. That's going to stroke their ego. Oh, we made him respond. We scared him. You're not scaring me at all. Or whatever, how you want to see it. I see word. Sorry. I see the word.
You're fine. You're fine.
So, what
It
happens
takes a
then?
lot to offend me.
Well, I'm trying not to because I try to.
You're not. You're not. You're
No, I
not.
tried
You're
to.
defending your son.
But I don't understand. So what happens to them?
That's a good question. Why didn't they have a nurse on the first day of school?
Well, it's been 4 years, so yeah, that's question number
Well,
one. That's question number one.
I'm talking
yes.
about this year
Okay,
specifically.
So specifically this year, why are they not in trouble for not having him in school? Nurse or no nurse?
And you know what? I don't know the answer to that.
That's where some of the laws are messed up at. I think there needs to be some answers, and that's why I'm the way I am, because there needs to be reform. There needs to be change. It shouldn't have to be threatened lawsuit after lawsuit. And I shouldn't have to. Our last lawsuit lasted 3 years. It was tiring. It was grueling. It was a multi-million-dollar lawsuit, so everybody wanted a part of that.
What?
Everyone wanted a part of that. I know people, the first thing they think is, why don't you just do the private school? Because private schools don't have to follow some laws, some IPs, and all this and that.
Right.
They don't have to do it.
Right. No, they don't.
And I just need to make sure he's protected. I just asked for one little thing. And Smathers, our last agreement at the end of the year, got us in a recording device.
Oh, yeah.
That's against the law. I'm not going to take it. We'll go to court and fight about it. I'd rather fight about it. Nothing ever happened. But tomato. I won't argue that semantics in court. You get back to the recorder. Says you can't do that. The other tried to say I can't do this and that. And there's certain things I could do and something I couldn't in the argument. But anyway, so when I listened to the recorder, though, they kept searching Nathan. And I'm asking, like, what's your probable cause? So that's why we quit sending him at the last.
They were searching him.
Every day we would send him, they would search his wheelchair.
Yeah, they would take off
For what?
They
What were
had pieces
looking
falling
for?
off
The
of his
recorders.
wheelchair. But they were searching so much.
recorders.
What?
because I record them when I go in there. And I told the nurse that. I said, because the nurse told me, the newest nurse said, well, not this one, but last year, the new one quit, said that he was told not to come to the IEP meeting by Jamie Angelini. He was specifically told not to come. And Paul Smathers, well, who told you that? I said, the nurse did. The nurse told me that he was told not to come by Jamie Angelini. Well, why would she say that? Because we were supposed to see the trade thing now.
Mm-hmm.
Because finally, after all that went on and the whole blow up, she finally did agree to it, but they was never going to let it happen. So here's what she said. Here's the last thing she said. She said, I understand that you want to see this done, but it's not a requirement from the school to make it happen. We're not required to show you a competency test. So basically what they're saying at that point is,
Which is probably true.
right, and CPS will do nothing about it. So at that point it becomes, now I'm keeping him home versus you're keeping him home. Because you have the nurse now, I'm asked for a competency test that they don't have to perform. And we just butted heads and no one's going to move. And that's what I told Smathers too. I said that's what Jamie Angelini is.
So did they give you a reason why they wouldn't do it? I mean, what would be the big deal in
Because the way he took the trach out.
Back in August. So Jamie kept lying to me this time. After she said no, we got that little thing, and then Megan got involved, and then we was going to be able to see it. And then by the time the meeting come, the day of the meeting, she's like, I was like, so is the nurse here to go see it? It's like, well, no, but I also want you to know that it's not required. So Nathan can go without you having to see that. So, but it's up to you guys if you want to send him or not. Are you going to send him? Like, I acted really sympathetic, but didn't really do it.
right?
So, like I told her at that point, I said, now you got the option. You can either stay, keep him home because you can't see him, do it, and wait for safety, which is a real concern.
I get
especially now after they failed to do it right.
Right.
Or you can keep pushing this, and now CPS has a case against you for real because now you're the reason. So like right now, I'm not scared at all because they're the reason.
That he's not in school.
They can't.
Because there's no nurse.
In a physical
Exactly.
building.
And
Now,
like you said,
That's why
Why are you
I'm.
standing?
I'm.
But I don't see the point in it. That's what I tried to explain to Amanda last year. I know I keep on last.
No, you're fine.
But I understand you can't just take my word for
It
it.
helps me kind of piece it together in my mind, and
I know I'm bullheaded. I'm sorry. I know I'm bullheaded.
You are?
I know you know that. But I just went through so
But
much
you know
different
what?
one. But am I wrong though to say that the school should be held liable?
No, I absolutely understand what you're saying. I saw it in black and white. They do not have a nurse for him until September 10th.
I'm in trouble
Okay.
because I did not respond. That's essentially why you're here, because I did not respond.
Did the words "you're in trouble" come out of my mouth?
Oh no, I'm not in trouble.
No,
But CPS
you're not in
is
trouble.
a good thing.
You know what? You'd be surprised. Every now and then.
I can't. There probably is good things coming out.
No, there are.
I mean, just after our.
Is it perfect? Absolutely.
Well, after
not.
our case and all this stuff, we'll start seeing like a kid dying and stuff like that. I'm like, oh, I'm still gonna go up. Sorry, not my business.
Don't be sorry. Don't be sorry. I mean, good things can come out of it, though. But I would never fault any parent for wanting to be protective of their child. You got an email that says there's not a nurse until September 10th. So why would you send him before September 10th?
That's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying.
We can't. They would send us home. I could try it tomorrow. I would drive him up there and like video it. And they're just going to send us home. They can't accept him because they don't have the nurse. That's what. I think we're starting to get there, and then I drift off and I throw it all back in the loop.
No, you're fine, but I'm very curious about this. If they can't take him, why?
Yes. That's they can't.
Again, there's two sides to every story, and I'm gonna get to the other side. Trust me.
I hope so. I don't know what happened to the other side last year. It seemed like they were communicating, and I'm sure there was some communication, but I don't feel like there was no real pushing. Like you gotta do something.
Yeah.
Felt like there was pushing on our end, but.
And I don't know. All I can do is go back and read all the documentation, but I wasn't there. I wasn't involved.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know.
But so you're going to decide whether or not you want to take him, right? He's putting that on you.
Well,
I don't
technically,
know. I don't drive. Okay.
no. I think
Right,
I
but
asked about
I'm making
communication.
the
I know.
decision. Yeah, because
Right.
you are the one that has to make that
Yeah.
happen,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, at the
Because
end
they
of the
won't
day.
let you.
Yeah. At the end of the day, I have to make the decision.
Yeah.
But-
So if it seemed like to me, this last thing here, like if I say something that, because one thing that come up was if they could train the aides on what to do, that's the other thing. That was the second thing besides the trait being put in. They also have trained aides. The principal specifically said the aides are trained on what to do. So when the nursing's there, same thing that the board member told me. Anyway, the aides are trained by the nurses, which are registered nurses, on what to do. So I don't understand why you don't have a nurse. I'm like, John, I didn't know that. He's like, well, I'm telling you that. That's the rules. It's our policy. So why does
I
your son
mean,
not have a
which
nurse?
makes sense. You would think there would be a backup or, whatever if the nurse isn't there.
Well, they throw another monkey wrench in there. I said, well, for him, it's a different type of thing. It's not like she's like, well, we do G-tubes and stuff like that. They pop out. I'm like, well, what happens if they pop out? Oh, well, we have to call a nurse or something. You don't have a nurse here. So how are you able to send kids with T-tubes and others with trachs? And, well, the trach student, we call the mom in. I'm like, I said I would do it. I went to volunteer. I'm sorry, I didn't tell you that part. I went to volunteer for 8 hours a day to go to school with him every day.
What?
It's that in classroom.
I didn't tell you that part. Because of my history, I did a little bit of history. I guess they say I got flagged, whether it's true or not. I'm not out. They want me to volunteer to take them to school. I know I can't help any other kids. Like I told them, if a kid's ever choking in the corner, could I not? Could I ignore it? Probably not. But I would say I would to be able to go volunteer for him.
Right.
But if it happens, I'm not trying to help the kid.
So they wouldn't let you.
No.
No.
We're not on the go. Yeah, I tried that. We did the background. Because I explained to him, I said, I have an arson charge in the background. I'm felon arson.
Mhm.
You're probably not going to accept me. And I made sure that was clear in one of the meetings. And because I don't want to waste nobody's time. I
Right.
really don't.
I mean,
I'm just
you're-
tired of my time doing this. I'm tired of being yanked around. That's why I'm with these guys. I'm so sick of it. Anyway, so I'm like, she's like, well, no, it's not a pass or fail. Not more. It's not like, it's more for our records. I'm not going to pass a background test. So I reiterate again. Like, well, if you decide to do it, we can use you in an emergency situation. So maybe it may sound like no matter what, they'll just let me do it.
Right.
And I even talked to Smathers about that when I felt it, whatever. And so I was like, well, why can't you go in the classroom? And somebody felt a volunteer. He's like, you're not alone with kids.
Right.
He said, you're not going to be alone with the kids. So why can't you volunteer to be in the classroom? I said, man, this is your guys' policy, not mine. But he says all these wonderful things at the end of the year last year, and then no follow through with it. Like this whole nurse thing. Are we going to be able to see the nurse do the job or not? I don't know until September 10th happens.
Right.
So,
if it comes down to it and you take him and they won't
Keep my goals.
no, wait.
they won't show you.
Yeah.
I
I
can't think
got
of the word
No, I
I'm
got
trying to say.
Tracheostomy.
Yeah, they won't show you that they can do it. That the nurse can do it.
Resubmit the paper for homeschool. I mean, yeah.
So you wouldn't feel comfortable letting him stay
No.
in
No.
school
No.
unless
Not
they.
after what happened last year. No. I wasn't even warned. I wasn't even called. I had to find out on my own, and then I get a email at 5:00 in the evening stating that they took his trach out.
She doesn't have all the facts. First off, you're yelling and getting all excited for it.
No, you're
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah.
So something happened.
Last year,
Yeah,
while
well,
he was in that school.
As the case was closing, and we were sending to school, the tray come out. The nurse put it back in, but she didn't clean her hands. She didn't clean the tray, and she didn't use an arbitrator. Didn't use the jelly. It's really, it sounds like a lot as I'm saying it, but it's really simple.
She had a brand new sterilized trach in the back.
And
She did not get in the back and get it and use it on him.
because she said I asked the teacher, you're the nurse, right? I asked the teacher.
Right.
I asked the teacher what to do, and she said that you guys don't use them, but she had the new one there, and I already knew it wasn't gonna be good whenever I dropped this stuff off because you have to drop off the smaller one. The smaller one's actually an emergency one. It's always the emergency, smaller ones, always emergency.
Okay.
The right size, right? So if you was a nurse, you would know.
Right.
Had done this before, you would know. The bigger one's the right side, the
Mhm.
smaller one, but she had to ask. You shouldn't have to ask those kind of questions if you've done it before.
So was there ever a time he was actually in school and he took it out?
This
And
is
they,
what I'm talking about.
but no, and they put it in correctly?
No. That's the only time it ever happened, and I had to find out the hard way.
Then I think part of the reason probably is for that is because we've been fighting so hard. We didn't fight so hard and say, you know what, boy, you're going to school, get out my hair. I'm gonna
Right.
be a free day.
Right.
I would love to go sit there. You know?
So how did you find out
His straight tie was moved.
It was me.
that it was?
That's how I found out. I was getting him out of his chair, and I looked at his tie, and his tie wasn't set in the way I had it. And that's how I knew that his tie
She
was
puts the
taken out.
tie in, she puts it on a certain way. Whenever we come home that day, it was extremely loose, which we do keep a little loose. So it wasn't a huge problem.
Right.
It was back in, but it wasn't connected. It's two separate straps, and hers overlap each other.
And
And
this
the way
one
they
was
had it,
overlapped.
they had it more butted up, but it loosened up so you could see like skin. And I know she would never do that. I'm like, you didn't do that. What?
So did they do something wrong? Did they do it wrong?
Yes.
Yes.
Or they just didn't do it exactly the way you do it?
They did it wrong.
They did it
all
wrong.
Yes.
All of it wrong.
When you pull it out, you have to get a new one, or at least sterilize that one because
At
you
least
want
wash
all the germs out of it.
Right.
And she thought it was okay because it's his germs. That's not okay.
No.
No,
I even know
got
that,
snot.
and I don't even know a whole lot.
He got snot and everything that's on there.
Right,
Just like
correct.
So, but yeah, that's
And that's why I'm refusing to send my son to school because I
Okay.
can't trust
refusing.
nobody.
So you realized it was, and did
Well,
they
so-
did they fess up? Did
Didn't
they
find
tell
out till
you?
The next day, we took him back into the school,
after
and that's why I found out.
I started asking the teacher through my
Yeah.
dojo. I said, "Did his straight get taken out or something?" She's like, said something. It may sound like it was a couple times. Just her wording flagged me. I'm like, Like, so are you saying? I'm talking about today. Are you saying it happened another day as well? No. It was just today. We had to go to the nurse's office to get a straight put back in. Like, well, why wasn't I notified? You all knew. I was supposed to. If this straight comes out, you're supposed to notify me. I take my butt over and I get it put back in.
Okay.
I mean, that was the
That was the
agreement.
plan.
That was the agreement.
That was the
for all
agreement
of
for
us.
him to go to school.
Okay.
So, the teacher takes Nathan over to the nurse station. The nurse asks the teacher what to do. My understanding. Teacher says they didn't use a new one. They used the old one and put it straight back in him. The oldest day when I took it out, she thought I put an old one back in him, which isn't true. We had a new one
We had a brand new one out of the
that they
box.
opened out of the
We
box.
opened it right
She
there.
put it in him, but because of
So,
all the other stuff going on.
but did she not know that? She didn't realize it, and she thought she was telling the nurse correctly.
Maybe because she's on a Zoom call and can't really see what's going on around the room, probably because they couldn't take the time to come. Remember I said that? It was been 3 years. They couldn't all just be in the room and give us that much respect.
But did they ever give you the opportunity
Can I finish
to
that, please?
really? Oh, I'm sorry.
Sorry. No. But there we go again. We're having the teacher explain to the nurse and kind of getting the teacher defended because she didn't see it. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Shouldn't the nurse already know what to do without having to ask the teacher?
One would think. Yes, absolutely.
I just want to make sure that I'm glad you can handle me because I feel like a lot of people are like, he's an asshole. I don't like him. I'll just take
Oh,
this
no.
kid. Sorry. I lost my kids for a long time.
I've been doing this for 25 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know about the last
No,
one. But
I
she lied and said my kids ignored it. Didn't tell them about abuse and stuff like that. So it really triggers me.
no, I want to hear everything you have to say.
Don't say that.
Okay,
okay.
never mind.
I'll
Yeah,
say it.
he can go here and get, I can go here and get you this tote full of stuff that he's got, girl.
Okay, wait, I take that back.
Yeah.
We'll talk about
No,
that.
but
We'll
I
talk about
mean,
that.
well, I do because this is my case right now. Okay.
Yeah.
And just so you know, I'm actually a manager.
Oh.
So I've been doing this a long time. I dealt with a lot of people. Probably, I don't know how many cases. So I know what I'm doing. I don't just believe what I hear from anybody. I'm not going to call one person and go, "Oh, you made this report. Oh, it must all be true." You know, I'm listening to everything you say. That's why every now and then I'll go back and ask you, you know,
I get it, but
because I want to hear your side. I do.
I gotta go back to the point. Nothing's gonna happen to them though. I just gotta say that. I'm sorry.
And no, you're fine. But in our defense, Children's Services has little or nothing to do with the school system.
Right?
Then why are y'all in with the school then?
See?
What I meant by that is we can't
Right.
control what they do. Now, if we see something wrong or hear something we don't like, can we report it? Can we bring it up the chain? Absolutely. But we can't control what the schools do. Like, they can't control what we do. They can't tell us what to do. Now, can they pick up a phone and call in a report to us? Yeah. But that's as far as it goes. They can't tell me what I can do with this.
Can a parent report to you from the school?
What do you mean?
Like, say, like right now, my son's not in school. I feel like I should be able to call CPS, say, hey, your Child Protective Services,
Yep.
not just against the parent, or is it just against the parent? Again, would you guys do anything about the school not educating them?
No. There's no such thing.
Right.
Okay. See, that's not right. That's not right at all.
And I know if we...
But you know what? There's got to be. That's because we're Child Protective Services. We don't investigate schools. But there's got to be something. There's got to be some way, a different entity that, because surely you're not the only parent that has had issues with a school. Oh.
That's my issue. There's no other way. There's nothing else you can do. CPS won't do it. And
But because that's not our job.
I get what you're saying, but
You know,
your job is to protect the child.
correct, and I get it. I get
So
where
I'm
you're
going.
going. I know where you're going. I gotcha. I gotcha.
That's all I'm saying.
I gotcha.
That's the point. I just want to make sure I'm clear and understand that correctly. That if I pick up the phone and said, "Hey, my son's not being educated. It's the school's fault," or he won't go to Sedalia or Asbury or whatever school, because it's like the fourth school too. Like when he started, it was Glendenning, and then they said something else. Me and Smathers, well, us and Smathers last year talked about going to Dunlow. So I'm not sure where Asbury come up at, but if he can get an education better than here, if he can get a nurse that doesn't have to be a nurse. Matter of fact, honestly, I prefer it was a nurse, just someone that wanted to do it and not hurt him.
Right.
Because most time the nurses, I feel like, and it's just my luck, I don't know, they don't want to listen to you. I went to school to become a nurse. I learned through this book. I know what I'm doing. You're a nobody. You never had any educational experience through nursing programs. Why are you telling me my job? And that's how I feel it is. And because they ignore me, every time I tell him, for his safety, you can't put the trach down too far because you're going to poke a hole. Excuse me, the suction off the trach.
Right. Gotcha.
And that's why when you talk about the suction, because he doesn't hardly use it. And that's whole school. If he has to use the suctioner, he'll be staying home. He's sick. It'll get worse and worse and worse.
So what's the suction thing for?
When he gets like
It's like
congested,
mucus.
yeah.
And stuff. Okay.
like when he
Coughing.
gets like
Gotcha. Okay. So he doesn't need that all the time.
No, the only time he
Or if he's sick
if
or
it's that's the only time he
something.
needs it.
Okay. Okay.
But yeah, it's sad too because he seemed to really enjoy school. Even, I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna be honest, and it scared me. But the reason we actually stopped sending him was because he kept searching his work. That's why we stopped.
I don't understand that at all.
And we have it. You can hear them.
Now, did they tell you they were doing that?
No.
They lied to me. I'll be honest with you, it's because I have this one video too. This is actually a video because Smiler's like, well, I'd like to know why you think you need to record. Because you guys are unhonest. You guys don't lie about every single thing, and it goes from the top to the bottom. It's every one of them. I feel like, this is my opinion. They see all these guys getting away with mismanagement and all this crazy stuff, mismanaging money. They're filing lawsuits against each other. I don't know if you keep up with a lot of this district, but like last year,
Really?
the board members filed lawsuits against the 3. They call them the 3 rubber stampers. Now this year, the 3 are suing the 2 because they showed up to something that they weren't supposed to, and it made it illegal because it's like a meeting if there's too many board members there. It's a nasty mess. It's been nasty.
It's always been this way since.
Oh, that I'm sure that
It's
makes
nasty.
the parents feel real confident about about
That's
it.
just something you could look up. That's Franklin County, right there in the books, right there. Lawsuit.
Oh my God! Yeah, that's.
Anyway, that's a different story. And I was going to say something about Smathers. I don't remember. I lose myself so much. I don't even know. Whatever it was. Sorry.
No, you're
It's a
fine.
lot.
I was gonna
It's a
say,
lot.
it sounds like you guys have been through a lot,
It's never ending.
and you know it disappoints me because it really
No, we even
This
took him to the
this
procedures.
should not be difficult.
I guess
I
we
We
mean,
even took him to the
procedures,
too. I don't-
procedures to have it
We had to go and
removed.
take his trach out.
To have it removed
have
so he can go to
pictures.
school.
Took in to see where we're at in the stages and stuff. I
Mhm.
can show you those right now. They're in that
But
folder.
the thing is, even if that was taken out at this point, I don't think I would trust him. I don't know.
No.
Man. But
I
I
can't.
got to see what this nurse is going to do. That's my opinion. Like I said,
Yeah.
she's ultimately
It's my opinion too.
she's the one. But speaking for me, if the nurse was some sort of just great for him, then okay. But
Right.
even in the classroom, I mean, as I'm talking with you about this, I'm thinking about a lot of things in the classroom. I don't know. He can't tell me that. He doesn't talk. He's not verbal. Oh, that's the funny thing. Smathers.
Yeah.
Smathers told me last year that Nathan told him.
I knew you were gonna say that. Told him something.
No, but
Yeah.
told
He
him
told him that
wanted
he
the
wanted
armrest,
his armrests out of his chair.
and they found the recorder I had.
Yeah, that's how they found the recorder because Nathan told him that he wanted his armrest out of his
But
chair.
can Nathan tell him that?
Nathan can't say nothing.
He can't
He
write.
can't-
He can't
He
communicate
can't
that
say
way.
nothing at all. He can't
So-
write a sentence, nothing.
So I had him say
So
it
he
again.
told you that Nathan told him that.
Yeah. So I had him say it again. I'm like, wait a minute. Nathan told you that? I said, oh. And then he looks at Nathan. He starts trying to talk to Nathan. He says, right? You did say that you wanted the armrest removed out of your chair. I said, he's busy. He's looking straight enough over there. I don't know.
It was
I would just be an asshole. I wanted to hear him say it again because normally I do the audio, but recently I've been doing the videos because it's easier to upload and stuff.
Yeah.
Everything's going on. And I actually bought a camera now. I don't know what the heck to do with that. But anyway, so I started because I can't upload the audio to my channels for like YouTube and stuff.
Mm.
Explain what's going on to everybody. But you can do video. So now I got to take all this audio, try to get over the video. But I'm trying to educate him, trying to see what I can do about other things. I don't have time to really mess with it.
Right.
But if they're gonna keep it going, I think it's time to just send it out there. I guess. I don't know. It's crazy. But I get your point. I do agree with you. All I had to do was reach out to him. I get it. I'm tired of playing with him. And legally, they shouldn't be reaching out to him.
And I get that. I do.
I'm so
You're
fed up.
tired. You're fed up. You're tired.
And I hear you.
I
Listen,
understand that.
Mr. Cook, all you gotta do is send an email and it's all over. But you're being an ass. Yeah. You didn't say it. But I
He
am.
said it, not me.
I know. I know what I'm doing. You know what I mean? I'm doing that because I'm aggravated with them. I'm tired of them. If they do
I know.
9,
I
10,
know.
I know you did. Mom,
Just
mother,
sometimes
it's up to you, mother.
just suck it up. Swallow your pride.
I try.
Send them an
It's hard.
email. Hey, glad to hear you'll have a nurse on the 10th. See you then. Or send a bus, whatever they do.
Right.
And see how it goes. I know you're thinking, that's easy for you to say. I know, and it is. It is.
It's my only child.
That's
It's my
funny.
first. I went through a lot. So
I told her about like the blood, lost a lot of blood. There's a lot of things that different.
And you know
I
what?
was on a ventilator. We'll come off the ventilator after
Oh,
I think it did cause some damage.
Yeah.
That's even them, the attorneys for his case. They wouldn't even. They're like, well, you're probably getting more money if he does cancer. I'm like, she was hurt too. We was all affected by it. I don't want to see money on it. We was all affected by it. It's crazy. I get more into that, but you won't believe that either. I'm telling you, it's nuts.
I'm not here to tell you what to do. I'm not in your situation.
Mhm.
I'm not. And I feel for you. And I know you want what's best for your son. I'm not. I get it. I do.
It upsets me that you can sign a piece of paper and it all be over. That's what upsets me the most. Like they don't care.
They don't care.
And I don't understand that either.
Maybe you can ask them what I mean, but I don't know. The only thing I know is I asked her. I said, so I can teach him for 5 minutes. It's like you can teach him as long as you want. So again, I want to use the same scenario. I can turn around and say 1 + 1 = 2, Nathan. That's your lesson for the day.
Okay, so then again,
That's a cop out. Same thing they're doing is a cop
but if
out.
they're saying you can do that, then what's the problem? I don't understand.
They won't respond back.
No. I understand what you're saying. Maybe I'm misunderstanding. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm misunderstanding. But that's what they told me. Maybe they'll tell you something. Maybe they'll tell you something different. We'll see. But that's what. And as you read the Ohio law, Ohio Vice Code, they said the same thing. They don't check up on you no more. There's no testing like there used to be. And a lot of this just came.
Okay. See, I thought there was testing. Maybe there's not. Okay. And I could be wrong. That's why I said I don't know a lot about it.
And that's the other thing too. Like they no longer give you permission. You either say I'm homeschool or not, or you're not. Or not. If not, you're going to school.
Right.
If you're homeschool, you send a letter in. They're supposed to respond. But they don't respond to anything.
So you never got a letter.
Never.
Not just late. You never got one.
Never.
And I believe they should have had it by July. That's why I keep saying election week. Because I remember, I think the 25th or 24th. I can look at my records and find out for sure. But
And you mailed it or you took it there?
mailed it. I should have took it. I mailed it.
Did you mail it certified?
No, I regular mail. I'll hand deliver next one, I'm sure. I used to do that. I was hand delivering stuff to them down the district because you can't get nothing done.
Because you're leaving it open for them to say, "Oh, we never got that."
I know.
Mm-hmm.
I know. That's the only thing they do have.
Well, they'll lie about it anyway if they did have it or not. Because
Well,
they are.
if they send me back the acknowledgement letter, it's hard to lie about.
Well, yeah.
But they will
Right.
try. They might try it.
But I don't know why they wouldn't have done that though. Why would they have not done that?
Why would they didn't send me the IE? I handed her the letter, the IE. I walked in, but it was funny too because I guess she was in the car. The woman opened the door to the elementary. I should not have been able to walk in this elementary building. I mean, right in there. And I guess the woman, because Mrs. Vanchuk was the principal at the time, and she was in the van right beside us. And I didn't know it was her, but she kept like looking at me. I'm like, maybe it's a teacher, don't know who I am, wonder why I'm here. Makes sense. Some strange guy sitting here in the parking lot.
Right.
Right? After hours, about after hours, pretty close to me. There's kids out back. Anyway, so I stopped in there. I'm like, is the principal still here? I think, oh, there she is behind you, coming back in the building. Oh, okay. Here's your letter. I didn't say nothing to her. I just walked away. I gave it to her. There you go.
You didn't even say who you were or
I
nothing?
didn't say nothing. That's how fed up I was. I didn't say nothing. I said, you got the letter. And I walked on.
And what was that letter?
For an IE. It's independent.
It has to do with his IEP.
Yes. That's where we don't agree with him being a 101 nurse.
Right.
So we're going to get another opinion. And I never got anything back. So last year they did send us one, but we had to go through another website. And I told them I'm not going to throw these websites.
Okay, that's right. You said that. Okay. That's when all the websites come into play.
Yeah. And then like for the nursing, if anything. So here's what she was talking about that too. The thing with the trach. The reason we found out because I wrote the teacher, said yes, he did have to. They didn't tell you that. I'm like, no, nobody told us anything. Like, how do we find out what happened? Because I thought that they would at least tell us step by step what they did because we never seen her do it, so we don't know if she can do it or not. So we drive down the district,
right?
And now you can hear her kind of laughing, making fun, whatever. The little secretary back there said, "Well, the father's here, and he wants to know." What you did, what was it, action by action or thing by step by step?
Can you hang on real quick? I just need to let somebody know I'm still alive.
Yeah, we've been a long time.
Hey, I'll call you back.
Oh wow.
Okay, bye.
It's 2 hours.
Oh wow.
Oh my God, are you kidding me?
An hour and 49 minutes, 8 seconds.
It'll record that long?
Oh, this thing's got so much. I don't even know
How it does.
I've never recorded anything on my phone. I wouldn't even know how.
I don't know how it keeps
It'll
going.
keep going that long?
Yeah.
Oh my God. I think it's like 120 gigabyte, but we also had to buy some stuff from like Google. They sell extra through the cloud or whatever. Somehow it works. I get like 200 extra gigabytes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because I
Okay.
don't delete it. I just keep everything because you never know when you're going to need the stuff. You know what I mean? sometimes there's been
You
stuff,
know
man,
what? And that's true.
there's
Hey.
been stuff that I had to use like 5 or 6 years later, and there's sometimes I deleted it, and now I don't have it, so now I can't, and I
Yeah.
can really use it. But I did find one though. I mean, I started.
I mean, it's probably, you know what? Especially nowadays, it's probably not a bad thing.
It's
Why
not.
not?
It's not because people are like that, even that. But they don't even the school. They don't even care. They will email. They put it in black and white, and then
Right.
what can I do about that? I can't call CPS. I can't. One thing I can do. Even the juvenile course wasn't hearing it. I was pleading my case. They thought I was attacking the workers. Well, it seems like you're getting upset with her, Miss Cook, for doing her job. I said no. She's lied about the whole thing. She changed the time, the date, and the location of the events.
And who is this?
Amanda Wack, the social worker from Children's Services on the East Side.
Oh, okay,
She
okay.
said that she come knocked on the door.
That was probably the intake worker,
Right.
the initial worker.
Right.
Yeah.
I answered the door. That's the only one I met. And I said, "Get out of here! Don't you ever come back unless you got the police with you." Blah
No,
blah.
you didn't say that to me.
He didn't say that at all.
It was a cordial phone call, and I had it recorded. It was a cordial phone call. And I said, "I would prefer if you rung the cops because you guys ain't honest. I've had bad experiences. I don't think you guys are honest." And then when they go to court,
You're allowed to say that. I mean, I'm never offended when people say I don't trust CPS.
well, the funny thing is, we went to court and they lied. They lied again in court. That's the ironic thing about it. We went to court again, and the judge heard the case. I just don't understand how. So, like when I say about the ORC and the law, it really doesn't matter because it's like they make up their own laws as they go. That's how the judge should never heard that case last year. It came on a false.
I'm
never been heard.
I'm curious. I'm gonna go back and read that complaint that got you into court because I want to see what it says.
Well, you don't have the other side of it, the recordings, because they took the recordings. I don't know.
Right.
I gave a lot of stuff to Amanda, or not Amanda, Megan. I'm not sure what she's done with that. If she, I don't know. But yeah.
Yeah.
I tried some stuff to senators. I've tried the bar association. I haven't tried the prosecutor. Someone told me to go talk to the prosecutor's office, but I don't. What are they gonna do? I don't think it's right. The worker should not be able to do that. She should not be able to sit there and say, "I said all the stuff I didn't say." That's not my word against her. It's her word against her because I got it recorded.
Right.
It never happened. We never talked face to face at this door. That's the funniest part of it all. It was so far off. It was so cordial.
So that's what she was saying, that you had that conversation here?
Yeah, I hit the front door and I told her that don't come back here. You're not welcome. Bring authorities with you next time.
And so that was part of the complaint that was filed.
That was one of the first things they said in the court.
Right?
Yeah, that was one of the first things they said in the court.
But what does that have to do with parents are allowed to not let us in their home?
Right.
Parents are allowed. Like if you would have said to me when I first walked up here, "Get the hell off my property. I don't have anything to say to you. Do not come back." I would have said, "Well, you would have been missing out," but I would have said, "Okay, I respect that, and that's your right." Now,
right. Now, my rebuttal.
It wasn't in there.
Right.
I would then, because when people, and it's not just you, on any case really, if someone has made a report, it's our job to investigate it, go out, see what's going on. So if parents don't allow us access, then what we do is we just take it up the chain. So even though I'm a manager, when I work cases, I have a manager, right? So I would tell my manager, "Okay, here's the report. Here's what was said. They don't want to deal with this. What do you want to do about it?" So then that next step is, "Okay, let's talk about this." Well, then the next step is we're going to present this to legal. Okay, so then it goes to legal. "Hey, here's the report. Here's what's being alleged. they're not cooperating with the investigation, then our legal department tells us if we have enough just cause to file a complaint to take it to court. Sometimes we do, sometimes we don't. I mean, I've had cases where people have said, scram. And that's the end of it.
That'd be crazy. I would think if CPS come out and they said scrambling, and I understand like kind of vague, but they would at least go to court. Nothing. That's crazy.
Depends on
Like
what the allegation. Yes.
Yeah.
Now, of course, if it was something extreme, like extreme physical abuse, or a kid was come to school with marks and bruises all over him and said his daddy gave him a black eye. No,
Right.
we're not going to walk away from
Right.
that.
That makes sense.
But there are, and actually, and I didn't get to this in the beginning because we kind of started our conversation. And I don't know if they told you this before, because I think your last one was too. Did she tell you anything about alternative response? Does that sound familiar? And I have the paper in the car when I got out. Because I saw you sitting on the front porch. I'm like, let me grab him before he goes. Oh, that was you. Okay. I'm like, let me grab him. Let him know I'm coming up before. But then you were gone. I got something in the car. I'm gonna give you. It's got my name and my number on it, and it's got my manager's name on it too. But I'll give it to you before I leave. This report is not an abuse or neglect report against you. It's what's called alternative response. It's something that the state started years ago, where there are cases that don't rise to that high level of actual abuse or neglect, where there's like a victim and a perpetrator, and there's a disposition. By that I mean like it's substantiated or it's not substantiated, meaning you're guilty or you're not guilty kind of thing. So they created, because there were some cases that were kind of gray, so they created this alternative response, which is, okay, something's going on, or we got a report about something, but it really doesn't rise to the level of abuse, really doesn't rise to that high level of neglect. So what we do with these, you two are just listed as the adult in the report. There's no perpetrator. Nathan is not listed as a victim. He's just listed as a child. So how these cases work is typically come out one time. This is what was reported to us. Hear what you have to say. Go and make a phone call to who called it. Let me hear your side of the story. Make sure there's nothing more to it. Maybe make a follow-up phone call. You'll never see or hear from me again. That's usually how those work.
Well, I mean,
so I just wanted to let you know that this is not identifying either of you as a perpetrator nor him as a victim.
Right, but whenever I decided not to talk to him, then we was in court because of neglect. And there was even one passage in there, something like maybe placement of a home, however they word it. I'm sure it words the same way the whole time. And I told Megan, I'm like, see, I'm just like, I don't want to say the wrong term. To me, that felt like malicious prosecution. Like, he's safe at home. Because they said that. They said there's no safety concerns. And then at the same time, you want to try to take him out of the home, though. So that's why.
But they never wanted to do that, did they?
It was in the paperwork. It was in the court documents.
Yes, it was.
It was in the court documents.
And I'm gonna read it. Trust me, I'm gonna read it.
But there's like 3 different parts.
Oh, I'll read it.
I don't know. I probably got it stuck away somewhere else, Kristen. But yeah, I have a lot of the document. But because I tried to talk to the judge. I tried to send a letter to the judge and explain to them. But something about I can't think of the term of that either. Not fair for talking to me, but not the other side. We can't do that or whatever. I was just trying to inform her of what was going on. Right. I never heard much. So I ended up having to get the friggin' state bar involved, but they didn't do nothing about that part of it. They did with the Hudson, the initial guy, because that's the thing too. Like it made me look like the hard ass. So that's the reason why they would make up the story saying, "Oh, he's acting this way," because it gives me a bad light in the court. You guys work for the state. I'm the hard head asshole at the home. I'm being rough, or whatever, however you want to turn it. You know what I mean? I'm being difficult. There it is. So when I started to speak up to the court and explain, this whole case is being based on a lie, Your Honor. You can leave my courtroom. I ain't got enough to say to you. Blah, blah, blah. He's like, well, do you want to go to, well, before I left, he said, do you want to go to trial? I said, I'm not scared to go to trial. I have no fear to go to trial.
Yeah.
I have all the documents.
Right.
What am I scared of?
Right.
I don't want to be overcome, because here's what I am scared of. I know if someone wanted to, they can pull a power trip and try to take him out of the home. I don't really know how to fight that. But at that point, that's whenever I would get his attorney involved, stuff like that.
Absolutely.
So I think that's what's happened, no. But if that's the route everyone wants to go,
so
that would probably be better for me, because then that's when the money comes in. That's
so let
when
me
the
ask
real-
you this.
When the real power comes out.
Did you ever meet Amanda?
Amanda Wack.
Wait, no. The girl from East. What was her name?
Amanda Wack.
Amanda.
I
Did
did.
you ever meet her?
One time in the office, yeah.
Okay. Did you bring Nathan with you?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so she saw him.
Yeah.
Okay.
She asked about other people in the home. I told her I wasn't there to talk about that.
Okay. And you know what? You have a right. Now, am I obligated to ask you? Like,
Right.
yes.
I understand. I
am.
already
I'm
figured.
obligated to ask you. It's part of my job.
And then,
But
so the next thing was, I told her honestly, so I didn't blame her for taking it to court. I wouldn't blame you if you take it to the court. I get it.
I'm not gonna.
But if you have, I get it. It's not a big deal. Because as I told her, I said, and hopefully it's all on the paperwork. I don't know. I recorded it. Anyway, I keep forgetting about that. You're not going to do anything. And I didn't mean it disrespectful to her, but it's the truth. You're not going to do anything. When I show you that it's not us, it's the school, you're not going to. That's what I told her.
Well,
I said, we don't have a nurse. They don't have a nurse. They're the ones that's keeping him out of school. This is the first time we've been in front of CPS or insurance or anything. 2 years before this, and everyone don't want to talk about the 2 years before, but I do, because it's 2 years he could have been educated that he wasn't in it.
right.
If this would have started sooner, and the truancy thing would have went through, truancy intervention and all that, maybe we would have come to something. But last year, they did come to a head. We did go to court. CPS did get involved. They did get access to my home.
Mm-hmm.
What happened to school? I felt like I got violated. That's how I felt. I felt like I got violated. The school, nothing happened to them. They made all sorts of promises, but didn't have to follow through with none of them. They even hurt the child, or could have hurt him. The doctors, it was wrong. It's not okay to put the germs back in. So,
right.
Because he didn't get really badly hurt, doesn't mean it's okay.
No, I agree with you.
Okay, I'm just trying to make a point, because practices like that it kept happening, eventually he would have got hurt. Whether it's a sick or cold, to me that's hurt. It could be deadly to him.
Right. Correct.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But nothing happened to them, and CPS knew this.
So the 6 months,
Yeah.
and I can go back and read it,
Yeah.
but the 6 months or however long it was that your case was open, a caseworker was coming here once a month?
It seemed like it would come like right before court, but once every 2 months, once every
Okay, but somebody would come.
Mhm.
So was Nathan in school or getting educated during that time?
At home.
Yeah.
Here.
Yeah.
Okay,
That's
so he was getting educated here.
yeah.
Okay, no one was trying to, the court wasn't trying to force you to send him to school.
He was we've been trying to get him into school.
I know.
We've been fighting.
But in the meantime, we've been educating.
Correct.
But
So he was doing schooling here with you
Yes.
guys.
Like yes, he's
Okay.
always in school.
He's always does schoolwork here. I tries to.
So then what
Measure our knowledge.
did going to court for that time period change? Or what did that do?
He didn't do anything.
He didn't do nothing. He'll make us go out of the house
Because
to be in a courtroom.
We did it up in school. He went for a couple of days. They sort of searched me and stuff like that. I think the nurse was pretty smart. She put that. But he was honest too. She was like, "I did do it wrong," and I appreciate that. That's why I don't even have much to say about it, because finally some honesty. I decided to lie. So sick of it. Anyway, so yeah, at the end of the year, we did pull him back out. But and that's Smathers the same thing. Well, you're at the end of the year, whatever. We're back in square one basically. They don't have the nurse.
Right.
I don't know if they're going to let us see him or not doing it. You're right. We just communicate. We can ask them. You can call and ask them and say, "Hey, are you going to let us do this?" That's going to be.
That's what my call's gonna be. You get a call saying that my call. I'm gonna call tomorrow. I'm gonna ask them if we're gonna be able to see the nurse do the trade job. If not, then we're
But
homeschooling.
they know. Do they know that the other nurse did it wrong?
Yes.
Yes, they do.
So
Yes,
they know
do.
that.
The school knows this.
Yeah.
So they should.
Yes.
And I don't know what the school's rules are, and I probably shouldn't say it, but you would think that, especially knowing that it was done incorrectly, that they would be willing to show you that they know how. And again, I don't know their rules. I don't know what they're allowed to do and not to do. I don't work for the school system, but
I think any.
Well, what Smathers said at the end of the year, Smathers said that we would be allowed to see it. We should be allowed to see it. I should be allowed to go in. And we were both trying to be very cordial, I think, to each other. And I really tried to be. I said, but I think you guys owe me more than nothing. Well, you ain't got receipts for this or that. Well, you know what? I'm worse than that with you. We'll get nothing back for that. That's not about the money. It's the fact, you know what I mean? It's not about
right.
You know, what I really would love, it'll never happen. They've already showed me it's not going to happen. Here, go buy your home in another district. Get out of my hair. I'm sick of dealing with you. No lawsuits, no nothing. Just get out of our hair. I don't want to take his money either and wrap it up $100,000 into a lawsuit and lose. Right? So it is scary.
It is.
We are fighting against the school district. They have certain immunities. I mean, the guy got away with letting a girl get raped. So, and this is another district. Yeah, it really upsets me when I find out about that. Yeah, he was working for Southwest, Paul Smathers. That's allegedly. I shouldn't have said he led it. Allegedly. He knew that happened.
All right.
I just can't stand it on. Sorry, I'm betting off.
I'm gonna confirm your phone numbers. I'm getting old, I can't see. 740-409-7348. Is that your number?
That is.
Crystal 380-218-7097. Okay. You don't have to make a decision now, but after the 10th,
Okay.
Right.
I'm gonna call you.
Okay.
I don't need to talk to you before then, and I want to know what happened. I want to
I'll
know.
let you know.
But just know this: in the meantime, I'm gonna be getting some information from the other side.
Okay.
I hope they give you honest information.
I hope they do.
Well,
because they said this last year with Megan. I hate to keep going back to last year. They
but
said
you know what?
we want to do
All
homeschool.
and I can't.
You can't make them do it either.
No, I can't. But I can promise you this: I'm gonna try my darndest. Okay, I am gonna be talking to them and finding out what's going on here. I saw the emails.
I mean,
And that was this year.
that was this year.
That was this month. This month.
Yeah, this month.
Right.
Yeah.
So
But
what's up?
I appreciate. I'm sorry. I appreciate. You're right.
Don't
I
be
could just
sorry.
call them. No, I know I'm being bullheaded. I know I am.
We have so
But
much
it's the
on us
point
for
too.
3
They
But
years.
can't do
but
nothing
exactly,
till
that's
the
what I'm saying.
They
I can
can't do
say you're
nothing.
being bullheaded. Are you? Yeah, maybe. But then again, I haven't walked in your shoes for 3 years either, and I'm not gonna say that I even understand what you've been through because I don't.
I know it's almost like I'm shooting myself in the foot, right? You could have made this easier, and I wouldn't be. I get it. I know it. We'll talk about that. But yeah, basically, if we did that, she wouldn't be here. Things would be
Yeah,
different.
But you know what? It is what it is.
it's not my fault.
It is what it is.
I'm glad you understand.
I'm
makes
very
sense.
understanding.
Might not make perfect sense, but to me, it just does.
Yeah.
I get it.
I'm tired of being
I
run
get
around.
it. I get it.
Let them run around for a little while.
Do you need to see Nathan before you
I
leave?
do.
Let me go get him.
Yeah.
I mean, he can't walk or nothing.
That's
I have to
fine.
bring him out.
That's fine. That's fine. I appreciate it. I really do. I do. The only thing that I need to know is so I can close your case. And trust me, I am not here to take your son.
Well, I mean, I don't think if legally they can do whatever,
Nobody
but
wants to do that.
I don't.
And especially over school. Are kids supposed to be in school? Yeah. You know how many kids out there that are well bodied, able to walk and get on a school bus on the corner that aren't going to school? A lot.
Well, that's what's going to after the trait thing. I felt so bad because he was sitting waiting on the bus. I busted in tears because he said, "I'm waiting on the bus," and he looked down the road like, "Why not me?" And that's why I told him I didn't want to get into this.
Yeah.
I didn't want to start this. That's why I wanted to go to myself. So you want to have a nurse, fine, but someone needs to be there so he can have a continued education. So he can go from 9:10 he starts, right? Say next week the nurse gets a job and she makes 20 more bucks an hour. Everyone's gonna say, I'm noble. I'm gonna stay here at this job for him. If I'm making 20 more bucks an hour, I wanted that other job.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I know.
It's just truth. They always talk that shit. Anyway, so then he's back home after a week, right? Waiting, looking out the door, wondering why he's not going to school.
Yeah,
So
I know.
That's why I explained to mom too. I'm like, I get it. I want him to be around kids. We took him after that, so I can't keep making that excuse like because he already. I made a big stink about it. I said you guys should have called me.
Yeah. Well, they should have.
They said, "Oh, we will now." I was like, "You said that the first time. You said that the first time." And they said, "Well, we will definitely now do it. We will call you. Everybody knows now to call you if the trait comes out." And he wants to go to school, so we would go and we drop him off. Because technically, we did stop sending him on the bus at the end because I wasn't a recorder, and there is things I wasn't supposed to hear, like because of FERPA laws, right? So I gotta be careful because of FERPA laws.
Yeah.
So, but then saying they do fine, but I keep hearing the assistant and the bus driver both yelling at these kids that are disabled. And I'm like, And then I started listening to more of the other tapes. There's some things I didn't like, but it wasn't like there was Nathan's easy to talk above his head.
Mm-hmm.
But I heard him like talking about this is the kid that took 3 years to get to school, blah 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 blah.
Mm-hmm.
So but I still sent him because he's enjoying it. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
They didn't know how to record,
Yeah.
But at the same time, like I also with the doctor, because I do with the doctors too. I do with everybody now. I'm just so sick of it because they say one thing and then another thing happens.
Yeah.
And they got mad at me like, well, I don't feel appreciated. I don't appreciate you recording. I'm like, I don't care. You acted one way a minute ago, and now that you know I'm recording, you act a totally different way. If he was honest from the beginning, there shouldn't be a problem. I don't see the problem with recording the conversation. If everyone's honest from point A to point B, there's no problem.
Exactly.
That's crazy.
I agree.
I get it. Like people can say, well, I felt violated. I didn't know I was being recorded. If he was being honest, what's the matter?
You can record me all you want because I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna tell you like it is. I'm gonna listen to you. I'm gonna tell you what I think. I'm gonna tell you how I feel. I'm gonna tell you what I intend on doing. And I mean that's the only way it should be. Come on.
You don't have to unless you want to.
Oh, yeah. We're just
Hi.
to the door. Hi.
How are ya?
Which is surprising because he usually likes to be that.
She didn't speak, that's why.
Hi.
If he would have heard her voice, he'd been here.
Oh, he's cute. Cute as a button.
I did that in the court before, right before we went into court. I took his strike out. I didn't tell nobody else to take it out. And after the proceedings were done, like 30, 40 minutes in.
You did it in court?
Yeah, well, so it'd be on the record because I gotta make sure I'm protecting him. And I said, Your Honor.
Tell your sister.
She said, is there anything else that you guys want to have on the record? I said, Your Honor, I want you to know before we come in, I did remove Nathan's trach. That's why it's not in right now. So I have the record. It's been 40 minutes since the proceedings started. and he's been fine.
Come on out here.
So my point is, he can go to school.
Come on, I won't bite. Can he understand?
Well, he's
He
not
doesn't
saying-
understand
That's
some
what makes
stuff,
him mad
but-
about him not being able to go to school, because he can understand a lot. He does really good.
Yeah.
And he ain't
He
gonna
just-
him. Come on.
Yeah,
Come on,
I know.
pants.
Nathan, are you shy? I don't bite.
He's being shy.
I don't bite, I promise.
Come on.
It is a little chilly out here, though. You stay there with your sister?
I don't know, he's being shy.
You
Trying to bury his
being
face.
shy?
Go say hi. Go wait.
You can come out, bro, if you want.
Wait.
Sit down, come out.
Come on, I won't bite.
He knows
He's
how to
not
wave
gonna
and
come out.
stuff.
No.
Was he sleeping or something?
No, he was in there relaxing on your
He
bed.
looks a little bit
Really shake my hand.
Oh.
High five. Give five.
You're five.
Shake your hand.
You're
Oh,
five.
hi.
You're five.
Hey, hi. How are you?
I've been trying to teach him how to wave at people and stuff. We had a thing where we was in with y'all last year.
See,
We
I don't
got
bite.
signed up for the Christmas thing. And when we went to leave, I told him to tell the lady bye, and he actually waved at her. And that's the first time he's ever
Okay.
waved somebody bye.
It's okay.
It
What
was
is
cool.
it? You want to say something?
You want Dad to talk for you? Oh, to see him.
Yeah. He gets made up.
Like quick.
What is it?
Mosquitoes getting like.
Oh.
No,